Good evening, Sim World. 20 young men have brought their talents to South Beach tonight. We are at the Home Center in Miami. The Yacht Club, 8-9. They like to pick up a win, get to 500 on the season. Hosting Oceania, coming in 7-10, but 1-2 in a row. We're set to get underway here. Elava behind the mic with Siege. Siege, good to be working with you again as we get underway.
Always a joy to get the call with you. Excited for this one. Like you said, we got Oceania on a little streak. 2 wins in a row. Big man Richard Hennessy in the middle matching up with the big man on the other side, Adam Max. See if that's a matchup to watch. See who gets the best of that one. And on the other side, Oceania does have 2 wins in a row, but we've got, big 3 to start the game for Oceania. But on the other side, we've got Yacht Club coming off a huge win at Bay Area last night. Held them to only 58 points. That's the league leader in scoring as a team is Bay Area. So we saw kind of looked like they were doing something a little bit new with that tough defense, getting out and running. We'll see if that carries over into this game.
Yacht Club loaded with talent on paper, but they've struggled a little bit this season and struggling to open this game. That shot blocked. And there you see the big 7-footer, Richard Hennessy. Smaller player on him, see if he wants to go to work. But that's a limited offensive player, Hennessy. Although he is going to try to go to work here. Gets a shot up that won't go. But you see some of his limitations on display. But still averaging 10.3 points a game and almost 9 rebounds. 7-footer out of Havana.
Yeah, Adam Max is probably a little bit more mobile than him, while Richard Hennessy does have about 30 pounds on Max. So both have their advantages. We'll see who gets to use their advantage a little bit more in this one, see how the pace of the game plays out.
Latrell Mitchell continues, lets the good times roll for Oceania. Mitchell, a 16-year-old out of Auckland, New Zealand. He's averaging 9.5 a game since joining the club.
He's a nice little addition. This on paper, you look at these teams. I mean, we were talking about it before the game. You look at Yacht Club on paper, and they, on paper, look like a top 10 team in the league. They're loaded with talent. A lot of guys who can get it done. Laster, Trey Willis, Bianco, Islam, Adam Max, DeMarco Graham. Garrett Hart had himself a nice game last night. Came up big in some big moments. So we kind of expect them to be a little bit better than their record has showed. But Oceania is a little sneakier. They don't have guys who pop off the paper other than, a Cole Webb or a Richard Hennessy, but they've got some guys who can get it done too.
Well, the defense really tuned in right now for Oceania. Another block, step back from Webb, and he nails it.
Irish Spring Green, what a move by Webb.
Wow, Cole Webb just shooting 44% on the season, but nailed that one. 8-0 Oceania. We're going to take a quick break. Come right back. 5:34 to go, first quarter.
SimWorld presents Around the Table with E and the Fat Man.
What's up, everybody? This is Big Bob.
And this is Elava.
And we are the co-hosts of Around the Table with E and the Fat Man.
Around the Table is the SimWorld Hoops podcast where Big Bob and I give our takes on various sports around the world.
Make sure to tune in every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time to hear our takes.
And don't forget to join in on the conversation with us on Discord at discord.gg/SimWorldNBA.
And make sure to follow us on Twitter and YouTube at SimWorld4K. And as always,
see the game, be the game. Later, folks.
All right, it is Yacht Club ball. And you're going to be seeing the Yacht Club again tomorrow. They kick off more SimWorld TV action going up against Rutland DMV. That's at 7 o'clock Eastern. More to follow after that, and hopefully more buckets to follow for Yacht Club. They are finally on the board.
A rare layup from Bianco. Usually see him slam those, just maybe saving his energy.
He's on. Ooh, nice defense there. Webb can't get that one to go. Oh, nice feed by Isham. Finds Max, and feed quickly cut in half.
Absolutely loved that move by Max. He got the positioning, he got the ball, didn't pull the ball down, just quick drop step to get himself facing the rim, put it up. Absolutely great footwork, great move by Max.
Wins the battle on defense as well. Gives it back inside to his teammate Isham, but this time that connection doesn't end up in a bucket. Sean Isham, 6'9", 220-pounder, in Naples, Florida.
And I'm glad to see Isham's kind of finally getting a little bit more, a few more minutes here. He's starting to get the starting role. You know, put an article out about him today on 247. You can check that out in the media feed or under 247. His game is he's a glue guy. He's a glue guy through and through. He does a lot of things really well. He holds his team together. Defensively, he can guard anybody on the floor. You can switch him onto a guard. He can guard the big men.
Well, nice little move there by Webb. Ends what had been a 6-0 run by the Yacht Club. It's a little bit more than halfway through this first quarter, but it's been a game where one side's taken over. Oh my, that's what Bianco can do right there. Dominic Bianco, 6-footer out of Tampa Bay, averaging 16.6 a game, and widely regarded as perhaps the most athletic player in SimWorld Hoops.
And he has no problem getting to the rim, and neither does Richard Hennessy there.
Oh, 275 pounds, but has no problem rising to the rim to throw that down. Once again, Bianco just too quick.
He wants 40 this game. He's going for it.
Hennessy has it now. Whitlock. Over to Joe King Jr. Jr. trying to work inside on Max.
Ooh, that's a mismatch. Use that size. Ooh.
Hard off the glass.
I don't want to get on my tangent, but you're a 7-foot, 70-pound kid. You got Trey Willis guarding you, who no disrespect to him, but he's 6'3", 190. I don't know why you're doing all that silly fading away and moving your body. Go into him.
Hennessy, just 16 years old, and certainly learning the game, and there again, able to finish, is able to get the rebound away from Max. Second chance for Oceania. King with the drive inside, and the little floater finishes.
Great take there.
Joe King averaging 6.1 per game, 3.1 assists per contest, leading the squad. 6'3", just 16. Both these teams are awful young, Siege. Oh, and once again, Bianco is just proving unstoppable right now. He's 17.
Find to get someone in front of him. Somebody's got to stay in front of him, or at least bring the help over. I mean, he's getting to the rim so easily.
Look forward to seeing how well his game translates in the college ranks, being recruited by Kentucky, Miami Hurricanes, one of other schools. Oh, Mitchell way short on that shot. And here comes Yacht Club, chance to tie things up.
And I could see Bianco as a wildcat. He would fit right in with that Kentucky culture.
Oh, couldn't get that shot to go, but nice rebound by Max, and look at the feed. Wow. Adam Max showing you his full set of skills, rebounding and then finding a teammate for a pretty score, and we are locked up at 14, under a minute to go. Whitlock going to try three and nails it. Jackson Whitlock, 6'9", 16-year-old out of Melbourne, Australia. He can hit it from out there. That's his 23rd of the season. He's actually second on Oceania. And Kohler Webb's hit more. Here's a steal. Oceania coming the other way. Nice play, Mitchell. Corner three from Webb, and he drains another.
It's raining here in Miami.
Nice start for Cole Webb, the captain. He averages 15.9, but only shooting 44%. Much more efficient early in this one. Ooh, ball slapped away there by Mitchell, but oh no, it's going the other way. Oceania, that's going to be a turnover. We're seeing some substitutions coming in, mass substitutions for Oceania. New set of 5 for Yacht Club as well, last 30 seconds of this first quarter.
I'd like to see Yacht Club get back a little bit to we saw them play great defense with a great defensive mindset in that last game. And there's Garrett Hart, who's also had a huge hand in their win last night, late in the game. But they're not playing with the same intensity on the defensive end as they were last night. They're not really getting out on those fast breaks like we saw. And that really worked for them against Bay Area. I'd like to see them hold to that.
Nice dish. That was Charlie Crane finding Willie Weasel, 6'8" big man out of Sydney, and 5.8 left. Oceania up by 6. 3 on the way, won't go. And that's going to do it. A really game-looking Oceania side has come to Miami, looking to pull off a little bit of an upset. They lead. We go to the break. Second quarter action when we return on SimWorld TV. We're back, second quarter, about to get underway. I want to remind you that you can get in this game, you can take part, you can be a coach or a player, just like Marcus Laster in charge of the Yacht Club, or Elijah Wheeler, coach of Oceania, or maybe get on the court, see yourself out there. Join us, find us on Discord, make an application, get in this, and Charlie Crane's in the game with the steal, and he's going to try to go all the way, can't lay it in. Is fouled.
Oceania is not letting up. They got this lead and they want to keep it.
Oceania has actually been playing well of late. 2-game win streak improved them to 7-10.
Never too late to turn that season around.
Well, only 3 17-year-olds on this squad. Charlie Crane's one of them. Made the first. 6'1", 160-pound guard out of Gold Coast, Australia. The rest, all 16-year-old or Travian Abbas out there right now, just 15 for Oceania. Yacht Club relatively young as well, and this is their second line in a hockey kind of way out there right now. Rizzo Davis right still has it, gives it up, gets the back out. 3 on the way, won't go. Yacht Club able to connect from deep early on in this one.
Got to get something going. The only thing they've got going for them so far is Bianca going to the rim, which you can always bank on, but sometimes that's just not going to be enough.
Crane gives it up. 3 on the way. Oceania's hits from outside. In contrast to Yacht Club early on, but couldn't get that one to go. Mismatch inside. Marco Graham gives it up, however. Oh, ooh. Nice little spin, but the finish won't go. Garrett Hart coming off that nice game, but doesn't have the touch early on in this one.
More of a late game kind of guy once the pressure turns on.
Ooh. Well, I don't feel like Oceania is feeling any pressure at all. They're playing loose, playing well, finding teammates. And right now, they got a 9-point lead. Early in the game, plenty of time. Garrett Hart's going to try his luck with a jumper. Won't go again.
Yeah, he's still feeling it from last game, and shooters should shoot. He shouldn't lose that confidence, but not falling for him so far this game.
And he swings it around. Shot clock getting down on 5. Oh, and turns it over. A bit careless there by Crane that time. Hart goes back to work, but can't find an angle. Shot clock winding down here. Gonna have to get something up. Hart has it.
There it is.
Clutch play from the 6'5", 16-year-old out of Orlando. Has only been hitting 37% of the field this season, but that was clutch right there.
Oh, that's what he needs. He needs the pressure, whether it's the shot clock, the game situation. Put a little pressure on him.
That was the 15-year-old on the Oceania squad, Travian Abbas II. Nifty, athletic, smooth move from the youngster there. And Graham tries to go to work. Good defense. Graham just muscles it up over him, and he's got a lot of that to spare. 6'10", 230-pounder out of Miami. Bonnie Conwell drives inside, gets a good look, but can't finish it.
See if Yacht Club can turn that.
Oh, I was going to say that was actually a nice stab to keep that in bounds, but he must have got a foot out of line on that one. And turnover going the other way. We're seeing some subs come in.
The Weasel stepping on out.
Jackson Whitlock returns to the lineup for Oceania, and more players on the court for Yacht Club. Dominic Bianco back out there as well, and instantly turnover ends up in Hart's hands. Corner 3. And look at that.
There it is.
3-point game.
Kadir Johnson.
Kadir Johnson. Pompano Beach's finest. Defense, chance here for Yacht Club to cut this thing to 1, even tie it back up if they can get a 3 look again. Johnson drives inside this time, but has it blocked, gets it back. Shot clock winding down, and once again, it's Hart at the buzzer, and once again, he nails it, tie game.
I'm telling you, he needs some kind of clock to be winding down, some kind of pressure on him, and he'll hit his shots.
Big second quarter from Garrett Johnson. The turnaround almost went down for Whitlock there, but didn't quite bury it. Oh, Bianco. Nice defense, however. Green really stuck with him there.
Yeah, there's something to be said. For, you don't give up on the play. You don't let him just get to the basket easy. You recover. You make a great defensive play.
Mismatch inside. Got to get a little bit more up under that, I think. In the show. Oh boy. It turns into a lead for the Yacht Club. We're under 3 minutes now, first half.
And I believe that's a 11-0 run for Yacht Club here.
Timeout on the court. 2:44 to go. Well, I want everybody out there to be sure to check us out on YouTube. That's where we want to get you to like, subscribe. Check out all of the SimWorld games in action, everything archived there. This one looking like a potential keeper for the Archives. Oceania and Yacht Club bringing things back and forth. And Garrett Hart, after a slow start, I felt really kind of did energize this run we've seen. It's brought Yacht Club back into a 2-point lead.
Absolutely huge run here by Yacht Club. Over half of those points on this run came from 2 Garrett Hart threes, both with the shot clock winding down. I mean, he's just another piece. You can go down this Yacht Club roster, and pretty much everybody on this team, if they couldn't start for another team in the league, they would be a difference maker for any team in the league. I mean, you know, you got the starters, you got the ranked guys. We know them. We know the Bianco, the Ipsum, the Lasser, the Max, the Willis. But then you got Hamir Johnson, a very, very good player, very, very good wing. You got DeMarco Graham, who's proven to be a very useful big man. Garrett Hart, who's really come onto the scene recently. Rizzo Davis Wrightsville has cemented himself as a very solid defender and rebounder. I mean, this team is loaded. There's no other way to say it.
The starting 5 back out on the court for both squads now. Likely to finish up this first half, and a nice drive there, but just couldn't get the finish. Latrell Mitchell, boy, he got a clean as look as you could ask for, and just laid it a little hard off the backboard. Ooh. Look at that. Well, that's the first time Trey Willis has seen his name called in this game, but the 6'3" wing out of Miami. That's elegant is the word that comes to mind. That was just an elegant bucket.
Absolutely. And you know, I said it last night, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I really, really think that if you gave Trey Willis the #1 role on a team, he would be able to average 15, 17, 18 points a game. I mean, he is that talented. He could be that guy for a team. And that's one of the struggles for Yacht Club. They got to figure out how to get a lot of really talented guys to play a role.
Webb almost came up with the steal there. He got the bucket at the other end. Cole Webb continuing his good performance. Shot there won't go in for Max, and Hennessy brings it up the other way. Oh, nice drive inside. Easy score. King Jr.
Having himself a nice little game so far.
He is. Well, still is Oceania right in this, all tied up again. About a minute to go in the first half. Oceania has led by as much as 9. He goes back to Yacht Club there. Dominic Bianco showing a little bit of range in addition to his driving and dunking skills. Cleaned up here from 3 to Webb, and oh boy, this couldn't quite roll in there for him. That's his first miss from deep tonight, though.
Well, Webb is having a nice game, like we've mentioned, 44% shooter, but other than that one, we see most of his shots go in so far.
Bianco just able to get around Latrell Mitchell right there. Mitchell having a hard time hanging with the smaller, faster Dominic Bianco. Cole Webb pushes himself down inside, gets pretty good position here, and yeah, that's a nice low post move by a 6'4" guard.
Absolutely, and he's trying to duel with Bianco. He's trying to say, I can play with the best of the guards in this league.
Bianco tried to do something. A little bit of extra sauce on it there. Wouldn't go. Chance to tie or take the lead. Webb wants the lead. Can't get it, however. But hey, his Oceania squad, Elijah Wheeler goes to halftime here. Pretty happy. They only trail Yacht Club by 2, and his team's playing well here. Yacht Club, however, to their credit, got down almost by double digits early on in this one, but have crawled back into the front. Of course, Magic Man Dominic Bianco doing his thing, Siege, but like you were talking about, it's been some other guys out there, maybe a little bit unsung even, like Garrett Hart, who also really sparked the squad.
Absolutely, and I think we saw that run happen, well, for the most part, while the second unit was in for Yacht Club, and that seems to be becoming a theme both for what we've been talking about and just what's going on in the game is how deep this squad is for Yacht Club. Bianco is obviously having a great game. He does that. We know that, but really the leaders of that comeback, of that run, they brought the game with the second unit. So it'll be interesting to see how they kind of mix up the rotation for the rest of the game.
Webb leading the way for Oceania, but there's another half to go. Come right back. Second half when we return to Miami.
Still waiting for a big smile out of you. You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
Good first half of basketball in Florida. The home team, the Yacht Club, up by 2. Had trailed by as much as 9. Dominic Bianco with the ball leading the way. Starting 5 back out there on the court for Yacht Club, and 3 up, but won't go. Nice rebound by Max inside, or not Max, excuse me, Sean Isham.
Great play there, doing the dirty work, getting the board, just going right back up with it, getting the easy basket.
Isham, 5.2 rebounds per contest and shooting 63% from the field this year. King got his own rebound, sets up a nice look at 3. Oh. Badly off on that, however, and Yacht Club looking to extend the little run that they got off on in the second quarter. Jay Laster has it. He's going to take a 3. Oof. Wow.
Get that one to go.
Laster, he's hit team high 37 coming in. Oh, and talk about a team high, jumping high, throwing it down, 2 hands. Cole Webb. Well, such a nice game tonight. The captain of Oceania looks really focused. Feels like his guys can come here and steal a win.
Yeah, he really wants to extend this win streak of theirs to 3. Wow.
That's just a tough shot from the 7-foot Adam Max, but hey, he's just 16 years old too. Both these big men, both these 7-footers for these 2 teams. Just 16. A lot of potential there. Oh! Joe King Jr. wanted to make no doubt about that one.
He's been all over this game too, with quite a few timely buckets so far.
Yeah, Bianco, just so tough to stop. I'm not sure who on Oceania, Coach Elijah Wheeler, you can throw on, try to do. I don't know. I don't know, Siege. Do you have any suggestions on how?
Look, there's 2 schools of thought. The first one is, sure, let's let Bianco get his, and let's just keep him from dishing it out and getting other guys going. But that's not really working either. Other guys are still getting going. You got to bring a rotation. I mean, you got a guy like Richard Hennessy. He's got to come over and help. Somebody's got to come over and help. You can't let Bianco keep getting these easy buckets.
Take pace here. 3 on the way. Webb, he's missed a couple in a row now. 7-point lead for the Yacht Club. A little bit of a danger zone, I feel, for Oceania right here. Bianco trying to go to work on Webb this time. Laster again going to try 3, and this time he can't get it to go, but look, once again to Sean Isham on the offensive glass has become a huge problem here in this third quarter for Oceania.
Just a get down and dirty kind of guy. He loves those offensive boards, and he loves to put them back in.
Webb once again can't quite find it right there. Laster Misses that jumper, and Hennessy able to call it a rebound. Now it's Yacht Club up by 9, their biggest lead of the game. Webb has an angle to the hoop, and yeah, I'm not sure what Adam Mack thought he could do there. If he thought he could put Webb on his hip, and Webb's just going to burn him to the hoop right there with nobody coming over to support, giving away 2 points. And I think Art Plaster wants to talk it over with his squad. We're going to take a break, timeout on the court, 4:08 to go, third quarter. And we are back. 4:08 to go, third quarter. Yacht Club up by 7. They have the ball. Siege, do you think the Adam Max Richard Hennessy battles had a clear winner yet? As both those players, by the way, are getting a rest on the bench, subs in right now. But admittedly, that was really a big thing coming into this game. Although these teams are just trading dunks. the B team. The second guy's coming in, and look at this! End-to-end action. Yacht Club still up by 9.
Well, the matchup hasn't been super loud. Both guys have had some good moments. But as of right now, I'm giving the win at the moment to Adam Max. I think he's had a couple more impactful plays on both sides of the floor than Hennessy has. But it definitely has been a little bit more of a quiet matchup than we might have thought it would be.
Willie Weasel out there right now with Charlie Crane. Charlie Crane had a nice first half for himself. There's the ball down low right now, but what a nice swat right there. That's DeMarco Graham.
What is that?
6'10" of him. Oh, yeah, the 7-point lead. Coach Marcus Laster is not going to like that shot selection right there. Chance to cut in for it. Nice drive. Gets it back up outside. Crane now cuts to the hoop. Get the shot to go, but once again he's fouled. Charlie Crane making another trip to the free throw line. Chance to cut into this lead. While he gets set up, I want to remind everybody out there, if you're watching this, there's really no question about the fact that you should be joining the community on Discord. It is where everything happens. All the controversy, all the conversations, where all the news drops. Not at all, except for this game action, like you're going to see here on SimWorld TV and on our YouTube channel. But to get there, you go to discord.gg/SimWorldNBA.
Oceania trying to pose a little comeback of their own here, see if they can make that happen here for us before the fourth quarter, give us a tight game going into the fourth.
Well, gets 1 of 2. First miss on the line tonight. And Graham gets good position down low, but he can't finish. Charlie Crane, once again, going back to work. Gives it up to Willie Weasel. 2 defenders on him. It turns into an open look at a 3 and draining it. Travian Abbas.
A youngster.
That was his 10th made 3 of the year. A lot of potential, huge potential. Travian Abbas the second. Oh! Willie Weasel with a real hard foul right there. Nothing more than a common foul called, and it's going to send DeMarco Graham to the line. Well, those are 2 big, tough guys. Weasel, 6'8", 220. Graham, 6'10", 230.
2 big guys down there. We get the 2 main big guys out of there, and Hennessy and Adam
Oh,
Mack.
yeah.
We got 2 more big guys going at it.
Rolling them out, that's right. Well, Graham, pretty good free throw shooter. A big man, and he gets that first one to go. He's only averaging 3.5 points per game so far this year, but shooting 56% from the field.
He's definitely one of those guys, and I think Yacht has a few, as we talked about, that's a little more impactful than his stats sometimes show, you know? You watch Yacht play, and you see some of these guys who have these great impacts on the game, but if you were to just be a stat watcher and look at the stats, you might not necessarily know how important they are to the game plan of these temes.
Future's pretty bright in Miami too. Graham coming back, Hart coming back, Amir Johnson coming back, Adam Max coming back. Well, we're eligible to. You see off-season movement. You never know how rosters are going to shake up between what players and what coach wants. Ooh, and a charging foul all there against Hennessy, and Hennessy being new to the game. Not having every last sort of bit of body language and body control being second nature. I think we've seen that a few times tonight, and possibly to the detriment of Oceania. Although he again is another one with a bright future. The 16-year-old definitely has another year of SimWorld in front of him.
Absolutely.
The lead is back up to 7, and we're under a minute to play in the third quarter. Crane gets inside, and this time he finishes and gets the foul. Charlie Crane living at the line, and here he gets a chance to finish a 3-point play.
That's just
coming back into game 2.
That's just a tough big boy move through the contact, finish it, get the bucket and the foul. That's a mature move. That's one of the older guys on these teams, and he shows it there.
17 years old, gets that one to go. 4-point game. Bianco on the bench right now, along with Adam Max for Yacht Club. Ooh, Hart Had some nice buckets in the first half. That wasn't a great look for him there, I don't think.
Oh, he's taken some good looks, some not so good looks, and some of both have gone in and some of both haven't. So
Long drive from Hennessy, but just can't find finish tonight. And this time, Hart does get it done on the other end.
He's coming on strong these past few games. He's looking more and more like a real solid rotation piece.
And I like his aggression. He's not afraid to attack.
Absolutely. I think he's analyzed and he's seen that there's kind of not a hole in the Yacht Club's offense, but there's not as much of an identity past Dominic Bianco, and I think he's trying to maybe become one of those guys who plays a big role in that offense.
Well, Hennessy forced to take a tough shot there, and it wouldn't go. Yacht Club in control, but there's still a full quarter of basketball. Garrett Hart with 12 points off the bench for the Yacht Club. Dominic Bianco leading the way in scoring for the team, but nice night for Hart. No assists tonight for Bianco, who leads the team. He's actually 9th overall in simple 4.4 games. 2 shots here, 2 offensive rebounds for Hennessy. Can't get either of them to go, and an empty possession for Oceania. Oh. Foul called on Hennessy here. It's a second on him. It is going to send Max to the line. Adam Max averaging 13.8 points per game and 6.7 rebounds. Was notoriously suspended at the start of the season. You do have to say, he's made a big difference since he's returned to the squad.
Absolutely, and especially those first few games after he came back, he was looking like Mad Max out there. He was doing it all. Had a massive debut.
It's something to prove, I think.
I think so. He's slowed down a bit since then, but still definitely a difference maker for this team. So we'll see if he can continue that, and as Yacht Club continues to try to figure out who they are.
Joe King tried to flash another show-stopping dunk, but couldn't hit that. And that's a little bit of theme, particularly in the second half here. Well, really kind of starting the second quarter. Yacht Club got down by 9 points, Oceania, in the second quarter of this game, but slowly but steadily, it has really been all Yacht Club kind of since then. They've just closed things up, tied it up, took the lead, and really haven't looked back. Bianco, take his first trip to the line right here. Dominic Bianco. Yeah, I mentioned he's the number 9 overall in SimWorld with 4.4 assists per game. None so far in this contest.
Yeah, I mean they've been giving him lanes. They haven't opened it up those passing lanes for him because they're leaving him one-on-one on an island. He's getting to the rim and he's finishing there. It certainly is it is a game plan. It doesn't seem to be working. It was working well at the beginning. You know, they came out to that lead and everything, but it hasn't worked so well for him since.
And goes second. Gets that one to go. 1-2 from the stripe tonight. 8-point lead for the Yacht Club. Still plenty of time here. Oh, but that's not going to help. Thrown right into Max's hands. Oof. The 3 would have felt like more than 3 points off that turnover there if they sunk that. Bit of a let-off for Oceania. Let's see what Cole Webb can do with it. Oh, he gets a nice look and nails it.
He's hit some crazy threes all game. Those step backs have been in his bag today.
I think Cole Webb might have a next-level future. College, G League invite I could see. Definitely has some game. Oh, well, and of course, so does Adam Max with authority. That's that to go. Nice dish from Webb and nice finish.
Hennessy on the other end.
Hennessy, yeah.
Big man getting a little bit more involved here.
Haven't been a lot of highlight moments, but could still be involved in a famous victory for Oceania. Drive inside from Bianco, and he's just too tough to handle. I mean, that was pretty good defense by Webb, but King gets back to the rim and scores again. He's proved to have been a real handful. 6'3", 175-pounder, and just deceptively quick to the hoop. Obviously, he's got some athletic ability. We've seen some of his dunks tonight.
Yeah.
The blown dunk was spectacular.
Playing aggressive tonight, and it's paid off for him.
Oh.
Well, there he is again. Right to the rim.
Somehow, leaving Dominic Bianco wide open is never how you draw it up on the chalkboard before the game starts.
And it really shouldn't be.
No, in almost any circumstance. I would hate to know who the other 4 players are if that's your game plan. Tough cut underneath, and Mitchell can't get it to go. Listen, set screen for Bianco. She just gives the ball to us, and we almost lost it. Laster, short, but right there, up and in. Adam Max, having himself a nice night. Well, we in the media made something of the battle of the 7-footers, Adam Max versus Richard Hennessy, into a pregame story, but I don't know how much it weighed on Adam's mind tonight, but he's definitely come out to play. He has had some really nice moments, has definitely had the edge on his Cuban counterpart this evening, and gets the 3-point play to go. 10-point lead, biggest lead of the game for the Yacht Club.
First time we've seen a double-digit lead, even though both teams had a 9-point lead at one point. But first time either one has been able to extend it to 10.
Webb couldn't keep the magic going there on that shot attempt, and look at that seeing eye pass. Something of a seeing eye shot rattles in as well. Everything going Yacht Club way. Marcus Laster almost taste his 9th victory of the season, getting to 500 with these 10 young men.
And E, I don't need to tell you, but we know what number Yacht Club just hit, the magic number. We can go ahead and wrap this game up. It's game, set, match now. As hard as Oceania wants to fight, they can, but it's hard to beat Magic.
Put a bow around it, for sure. Magic number has been hit. Well, still 3:44 to go.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time in this game. Listen, that's a tough shot for him, but once again, Max is there and up and in. Lucky it wasn't another foul called on Oceania there.
I believe that's his 3rd offensive board and putback of this 4th quarter. He has come alive in the 4th quarter.
I want to remind everybody to stay tuned here because after this game, well, first of all, we got the post-up coming up. That's always entertaining. Let's see if we can get some sartorial advice, some footwear insight from Roniel, perhaps, in the post-up tonight. Who knows? The only way to find out is to tune in. But our next game coming up after that one is Beyond the Arch, taking on Southeast Select. Trey Turner taking on Beyond the Arch, led by Tyson Simpson. 2 big stars coming up in that one. And only 3:26 to go in this one, and a 12-point lead. Oceania with hit from 3 tonight. They've been the more prolific team from deep in the ball game. But I think they're going to need to start finding points in bunches to get back in this one.
Well, yeah, they're going to need those threes to keep falling, but they're also going to need to find a way to get stopped. They're going to need to stop Bianco from getting to the rim so easy. They're going to need to put a body on Adam Mack on these offensive boards. Those second chance points have been killer in this fourth quarter.
Well, fortunately, if Oceania can score, Yacht Club likes to really play at an extreme pace, and they can try to slow it down, but that's not necessarily comfortable for you, and that's not what you do. And can maybe force them into a little bit of a few quicker shots, a little bit of time on that clock.
Absolutely, and Yacht Club does play very fast, and that could play an advantage to Oceania here if they can create that chaos and get those turnovers. And a big part of that is they can play fast, put up quick shots, but if they get those second chance points, those second chance opportunities, you're running more time off the clock, and they're getting the points anyway. So,
yep, Trey Willis, pretty nice or pretty quiet scoring night for Trey Willis, but and his teammates look like they are going to get themselves to 500. Move up in the Tropic Division. Once again, King gets a pretty good look, but can't finish. Tired legs maybe on this mostly Australian team. Master from deep, and he hits another. He's hit another.
You know what?
He's hit a few of those tonight.
We're going to call that one the dagger. We're gonna call that one the dagger here.
17
that
points.
Should put it away. That should put it away.
17 points with 2.5 minutes to go. Oh, that's just a tough shot from Richard Hennessy. He's not going to like his shooting line tonight at all. It's not going to help his average.
Not at all. He, like you said, that's a big body to be in at 16 years old. I think he's still learning how to coordinate it, learning his footwork down low. He's definitely got a bright future. He's got a lot of big. He's a great player, but like you said earlier, he's still kind of learning how to use that body gracefully in the game of basketball.
Yeah, there's going to be better nights than tonight in Richard Hennessy's future. Cole Webb with the ball now and played well, but just wasn't enough to overcome the Yacht Club squad, which, as we discussed, has some really incredibly talented players just looking to fit the pieces together, and the pieces fit pretty well tonight.
Absolutely, and that'll make 2 wins in a row for them. One last night, one tonight. I know they're going to be on broadcast tomorrow night as well. We'll see if they can extend it to a 3-win streak real quick. They were coming off a 3-loss streak, I believe, going into that Bay Area game, and see if they can flip the script real quick.
Well, Oceania are going to fall to 7-11, and it's going to end a little 2-game win streak for them. Remember, everybody, Yacht Club, you're going to see them back again tomorrow. Quick back-to-back action.
Yep.
3 nights
in a row.
3 nights in a row they're going to be playing. Well, keep this momentum going, maybe. Maybe get Dominic Bianco to the bench. Well, with coming up on a minute to go here in a game that's no longer really in question, Siege, I think we can take our leisurely time in discussing our player of the game. Who do you have?
Well, I'm going to go with Bianco. Well, you know what? Let me backtrack on that. Bianco is going to be the leading scorer here. I'm going to give my player of the game here in the fourth quarter when they really turned it on and everything. The stats are not going to show it. Adam Max was very impactful on this game against a tough big in Richard Hennessy. He gets another one there. Just all fourth quarter, we've seen him be tough inside. He had a nice mid-range jumper that he had. He's done a lot this game, and I don't think the stat sheet's going to show everything he did for this game. So I'm going to go with Adam Max just for his offensive rebounds and his putbacks and second chance points and everything he did in the fourth quarter.
I love it. And, honorable mention for sure. Adam Max gets a nod from me. So does Garrett Hart, who I actually thought, again, in the stats it's not going to really show, but he was really sort of instrumental when Yacht Club got in trouble early in this one. He brought them back, I thought, and also Tamir Johnson had some nice moments early. But I got to go with the man, 5th ranked overall player in SimWorld, Dominic Bianco, bringing it up, getting rid of the last seconds of the clock right here, dribbling it out. He is my player of the game, a 19-point win for the Yacht Club. Second one for them, and they are 500 on the season, feeling good about that. And they got another one coming up tomorrow when they take on Run DMV. Well, we have another one Coming up here next, Beyond the Arch, taking on Southeast Select, but it's the post-up before that. Stay tuned for all of it. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you again in a few minutes.
RSK, let it play, boy. RSK, let it play, boy.
What it do, what the business is. Word on the street, Jeezy known to handle his. So is Yales, so is Maestro. It's the post up. We are here for another episode. Maestro, how you feeling today, man?
Outstanding, fam. How you doing?
Outstanding, outstanding. I like that military vibe. Outstanding. How are you today, sir? Outstanding, sir. I love it. Hey, man, we just saw a good game out in Miami, right? I think some people are going to be tuning in to see another good game out in Miami too, right? But look, this one here, young kids, young guys, SimWorld Hoops getting it in. Saw Dominique Bianco put up 25 points in 24 minutes. Adam Max getting it done on the offensive and defensive end, 14 boards. Garrett Hart showing up doing his thing. On the other side, we saw Cole Webb dropping 21 big buckets. But ultimately, Oceania, whatever, y'all know what it is. They could not get it done. And Yacht Club riding a 2-game streak, is it? What do you make of this game we just saw, man?
100%. One of the things I was looking at this week, and it was so funny that it would happen this way, and it shows you how the minds work around here in SimWorld Hoops, right? The first thing I was thinking about was Yacht Club is coming. They got a 3-play. Last night, big game, brought it home against what many people consider a better team. Tonight, maybe not so much a better team as much as it was a solid team, still brought it home, but they did the one thing that you look for them to do, and that was play defense. They score on average, they're scoring around in like the mid 60s per game, but they're giving up also in the high 60s per game. Now, that's not that big of a spread, right?
Right.
But tonight, their defense kicked in. Their defense was able to get it done. They held Oceania, I believe, to 63. So that means they held them under their typical opponents per game average, while they scored way above their opponents per game. Way above their game average. And what's really super awesome cool about it, and I say this all the time, Yacht Club is a strong rebounding team. And they're really amazing on the offensive boards. And all I could think of is if they could turn those offensive boards into points, and I've said that about them since week 1. If they could turn those offensive boards into points, that's going to give them at least, and look at what happened, another 14 points per game. Look at what they did tonight, being able to bring it home. It was really good to see, really good to experience. And oh, by the way, I like my bigs, right? What I love more than my bigs is my dirty dirties. Adam Max.
Dirty dirties. Max.
Got me a dirty line tonight. Yeah,
look,
the Max.
Look, Maestro.
Get it.
To your point though, look, Yacht Club. I'm looking at the line here. Yacht Club held Oceania to 42% in the game. They out rebounded them. What's this? Let me do some quick math here. 42 to 28. That's scary if that's what they're going to be doing to teams. And then Oceania, who generally moves the ball, only tallied 9 assists while Yacht Club dropped 17 of them things on them. They were dishing, diamond, and playing defense. Hey, man, the 3D was in the building. They got it done. And then and they were dirty. Let me not forget that one, right? That's your thing.
Come on, baby.
Hey,
give me something.
Before we get a little too far down the line, don't you have a little something coming up sometime soon, the next couple of weeks at least? Something involving something dirty. You want to tell the people?
Absolutely. I want to give a big shout out to everybody who had this idea, who had this support, the Talk Dirty to Me podcast, and I got to give credit to 2 people for that title. Yes, Renzo Bryan started it. But our head man said, you know what, I'm gonna make it be this way, and he spelled it with the D-U, Erty. And I'm just talking about, man, it just made my skin tingle. So Talk Dirty to Me podcast with the Maestro coming out soon. We already got a couple of things in the bag, just waiting to hit it out to you people. Appreciate everybody and can't wait for you to check it out so we can have some more fun.
Hey, look, you got to do dirty with a U because the dirty with a U, a dirty with you. You feel me? A dirty with you, Maestro? That's real dirty.
I'm feeling all that. That's why I take my medicine, baby.
Hey, look, so we have one other game wrap up so far. It looks like we have Beasts of the East heading out to the Middle East to see what kind of work they could get done. And it looks like they came out of that thing with a victory. Just looking over some of the recap and the stats here, looks like Beasts of the East just kind of got it done all throughout the game, having 4 players scoring at least 10 points. And Fareed Redmond leading the way. I know people were questioning about, exactly what kind of player he was going to be after seeing them kind of fall off, I guess people will say, over the last little stretch here. But he looked good in this one. 64 to 51, Beasts of the East get it done. Coach Drayton leading the way. On the other end, let me make sure I do shout out Modajunis Morbaskis out of Middle East. 15-year-old in Simworld Hoops, took over the starting role a couple weeks back, and he's led the way for them every time that they've played over that stretch. He put up 15 in this one, but he did so in an L. What do you take away from Beasts of East in this victory, and what direction you think they may be headed?
I say this about Beasts of the East, and I'm going to kind of step away from like channeling my Rick Blaze for a minute.
Oh man.
I like the continuity of Beasts of the East. I like the fact that they're able to win however they need to win. Now, looking at them, they got Levin Cutler, who leads them in both points and in rebounds, and he's also got another 14-point scorer with Fareed Redmond, like you mentioned earlier, right? So you got 2 cats that are handing you 28 points a game, all right? And what they're able to do is find a balance across the table with everybody else on the team, from Eric Bousquet, Isaiah James, Kamarion Goodyear, I keep naming forever, but I think you get where I'm coming with this.
Yeah.
They're a balanced team. They're able to win in balanced ways. If you need to score, they're gonna score. If you need stops, they're gonna stop. They're kind of like that, really like the horror movies, right? The person in danger running and falling down screaming. They just keep walking along. And that's one thing I love about their game, the fact that despite the ages of 17, 16, 17, 16, they play, in my mind, a very mature type of basketball. I don't have to score 109 points. I just have to score more than you.
Oh, that's all I gotta do. I gotta.
That's what I like.
Hey, in the words of that's one of my favorite shows. You know what you sound like? You sound like the great wisdom genius Michael Scott from The Office. There's a great episode there where he had a failing company, but he was stealing clients from Dunder Mifflin. Boss brought him in. They had to buy him out. They're like, man, there's no way that you're selling as much as you say you are. And he says, you know what? I don't have to outsell the world. I just have to outstall you. You got a board meeting coming up. I just got to be able to outweight you. You sound like Michael Scott, man.
Well, you know what? I got that from my mom, because my mom said the first time we went hiking, and I was worried about bears. And I said, well, she said, I'm not worried about bears because I can outrun them. I said, Mom, what do you mean? She says, I'm going to knock you down and I'm going to get going. I don't have to faster than bears. Just going to be faster than you, baby.
Damn. All right, well, look, we're going to keep it moving. It sounds like Mom don't play no games.
No, Mom didn't play. Mom don't play.
Sheesh. All right, well, look, we're going to keep it moving here. 3 in the key. It's time to post up in that lane for a minute here. We got a game coming up here. I'm really excited about this one. Beyond the Arc, right? Beyond the Arc, Tyson Simpson does his thing routinely. We know how he gets down. He's going to put it on your head. He's swatting shots. He's leading the league in double-doubles. He's a monster. Some people have called him the next coming of Shaq. That is blasphemous and crazy. But it's been said. I'm just saying. Someone said it. So on the other end, man, we got a Southeast Select coming into town, and Coach Brad Lee could tie Coach Bellardi in for the most wins in Sim World Hoops thus far at 29 if they pick up the victory tonight. So really big game for both teams. Beyond the Arc can really set themselves up for success through the last leg of the season. Southeast Select can solidify some things for their coach. And of course you got Big Mouth Trey Burner Turner, who's knocking it down. It's interesting we're talking about threes, 3 in the key. Look here, man. What are your 3 keys or the 3 takeaways or the items that you're looking for Beyond the Arc? And then on the other side of that, you can run down what are the 3 keys that you're looking for Southeast Select to take this home in this game.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy on this one, boss. Too easy, drill sergeant. Too easy. So here we go. For Beyond the Arc, the main thing I'm looking for, and you already called it out, and that's why I'm gonna have to talk to HR about working with you, because great minds can always think alike. If your mind is great, mine ain't. So Tyson Simpson, how do you get that guy for the game? The ball has to go through him. And oh, by the way, I need to see some Dino Ahern. Okay, you got even though he's the smallest man on the floor and everything else, I need to see some of that maturity. I need to see some of his awareness. I need to see him leading the other teams around. And just quite frankly, just to put it up like that, I kind of. Okay, I'm gonna take the easy way out on you. I want to see what Devin Fields can do to make sure that there's plenty of ball movement, to make sure that Tyson Simpson has something to play with. Now, to go to the other side of it, here's what I'm looking at when I have 2 cats that are 6'10". There is no reason that Coach Bradley should not be able to get those 2 guys to balance off what's going on. And I apologize. I said 2 guys. I meant to say 3 guys, man. They got pills for that. You got 3 guys that are 6'10". Use your size to make sure that you're swallowing up whatever happening in the middle of the paint. And oh, by the way, one of those 6'10" guys, even though he's ranked at 61 at Keandre Baldridge, and the other one at 98, and in similar hoops, Kadarius Stack Jr., you got to get them to balance out what Tyson Simpson's going to do. They have to bring it. Yes, I get the whole deal with Trey Turner. You know what? Yes, you're absolutely right. He's their shooting guard. He's their team captain. He's their everything. But to me, it's gonna happen down low in the paint. I got more bigs than you. Going to spell that and let me get what I gotta get done.
Okay. All right.
That's what I'm looking for.
All right. So that sound, and that's both sides there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. 3 in the key. I think they're getting ready to call a text. We're gonna get out the lane, man. Look, we're gonna move on to our last topic here. And look, I'm getting some notes here. All right. Good games, bad moments. And you can take your time here, man. I think they're trying to set up in the arena, and E-Lava's is on the SimWorld red eye. I think it may not be moving as fast as it normally does. He may hit the bathroom up. I'm not sure. But look, good games, bad moments.
He got his champagne in his chocolate. He is not studying nothing.
Look. So those moments, those games that you can recall in history, any sport, any league, any time frame, where the game was incredible, but the game may have been overshadowed by a moment of infamy that's what that game is now known for. So you could actually put a couple of them out there. I'm pretty sure you're going to name my one that I have. Go for it.
I don't know. I'm going to start with the first one that I actually remember.
And we'll go back and forth on this so you don't so that you don't run with it too far.
I got you. I copy that, boss. So here we go. This is one I actually remember because this is one of the first games I actually saw on broadcast television. And that was the 1972 Olympics, Russia versus the U.S. And how they kept calling this foul at the end of the game to give Russia the ball back with only a few seconds left, and Russia ended up winning the gold medal. And what I remembered about that game was thinking, at my age, it didn't make sense. Like I thought, wait, something's not right here. And then as I got older and I look back and I watched that game multiple times, and I see where it was so obvious that there was only one thing in mind, there was only one plan in mind, and that was to make sure that the U.S. did not get another gold medal in basketball, and Russia was definitely on the hook to make it happen for them. And I remember seeing, and it's the first time I saw him. When I saw him later as a coach, a lot of stuff started making sense to me. Larry Brown, watching him on the sideline, just looking as if somebody just totally junk kicked him, and realizing that was my shot. This is back before pros played in the Olympics, by the way, for all our fans who listen, who might not know that. I'm not saying they don't. They might not know that. So these are college players. A lot of them were juniors and seniors. They were not going to get another shot at the Olympics, and that was going to be it. And
is there anybody of note that was in this game that listeners may know of?
Well, hopefully they know Larry Brown. I'm just going to say that right away. One of the, I hate to kind of take it out like that.
Nah, true.
But it's like he became one of the most successful coaches who never could say no to a job. He eventually ended up, unfortunately, he was also the leader of a team that kept the Lakers from getting that fourth championship in a row when they rented Karl Malone, who I can't stand, and Gary Payton, who's okay, dude. And but it's like that game, as big as that game was, because this is pre-19 channels. You had ABC, NBC, and CBS, pre-19 channels. That was the only thing being shown. Oh, by the way, the NBA Finals weren't even being shown on regular television yet. They were being taped.
That's crazy. You're going too back. You're going back too far for our viewers, Maestro. You're going back too far.
Okay,
the finals weren't on TV. You. My God, what was happening? What? Oh! As we have the finals going on now. Look, is it okay if I jump into mine?
Get some.
I think everybody, if this is probably somewhere on their list, if it's not number one, it's in the top 3. I don't know what else. And I guess we're only talking basketball, at least at the moment. I remember driving across. I was doing a countrywide trip, driving up to the head of all the record labels in the country, and we stopped. I think we were in Philly at this point, man. And we stopped at the hotel, and I looked up on a TV, and I saw Ron Artest in the stands, and I was like, "What the hell is going on?" I was like, "Is this a prank?" Like, what am I watching? It just did not seem real. At least in and I like to. I know they just straight up fought back in the day, but that was insane for us to see. And then when they start running the clips back and you get to really break down what occurred, one of the funniest things, because it was a good game. I was a huge Ben Wallace fan. I was a big time rough. I think one of our followers put in Discord, they're like, yeah, the old heads want to see basketball like this, and it was just like people fighting. Yes, that's what I enjoy. Yeah, don't come in this lane. Don't come in here. You're getting it. I miss the good old days where if somebody was breaking you down, they were like, oh, they're checking in Rick Mahorn. You knew what that meant. He wasn't coming in to play any basketball at all. He was coming to set the tone. But that game was insane. And then just ultimately, my greatest takeaway, if y'all don't know how Texas gets down, and I am here in Texas, Cup flu. Ron Artest saw it. He was mad about whatever. Apparently, he attacked the wrong guy anyway. Before Ron Artest could make it all the way up the screen, y'all go back and watch it, before he could make it to that fan, as the camera pans up and people are in absolute terror, Steven Jackson from Port Arthur, Texas, has already gotten 2 licks in on somebody. Steven Jackson is a G. He doesn't play any games. He was more mad than Ron Artest could have ever been. So, yeah, that's my that's one of mine right there.
That's awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a dirty double, right?
Uh-oh.
All right, so I'm gonna move to another sport. 2 baseball games where a great game and bad stuff happened. One, again, I'm living in the 70s, but I promise you I'm gonna get out the 70s soon.
It's all good.
And that was it was actually. I'm trying to remember thinking of the 2 teams. It was in Chicago, Comiskey Park. They were actually having disco. It was called Disco Night at the end of the 70s, when the whole world hated disco. They were tired of the Village People. They were tired of Donna Summer. They were ready for the rock to kick in. They were waiting for all this other stuff going on. And what happens is the Chicago White Sox, and I can't think of the other team in it, basically fans. It was like the Malice in the Palace, except for imagine a sold-out baseball stadium where everything goes sideways, where they lost track of where teammates were, they lost track of who was in the seats, they lost track. And by the way, it was supposed to be a doubleheader, and it was a really good game. It was a really good game. They had it was a big discount night, so they can get teenagers into the game, and it was ugly. It was ugly. And if you hear that thunder going on here, I'm broadcasting from a place I shouldn't be broadcasting from. So don't be scared. Maestro's okay. But so that was one game. Another baseball game was, of course, the famous game between the Yankees and the Red Sox, when Pedro Martinez took a senior citizen and dog flipped him across. The field. It was like, again, an awesome game, and all I can see is Pedro. I don't think to myself, okay, you kind of always want to go after a guy you think you can take on the other team. At least some guys who don't fight do. But
yeah, it was absolutely.
He went after.
Go back and watch the clips of that, guys. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. Even the way he's like, man, should I really punch this guy? You could tell he's tentative on if he wanted to do this. But he did it. And he did it.
And oh, by the way, Don Zimmer, I think at the time, was 142 years old.
That was rough.
So it's like, it's like, dude, you can go to like prison for that, right? So that was another where it was a great game with a horrible situation that happened in the middle of it.
Well,
what else you got there?
Well, look, we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna put this last great game bad moment. No one's really in our SimWorld universe gonna know much about this game other than me. I was playing high school football. I hadn't played very much. I played slot receiver. This was at a time where they had, in some regions, depending on where you were, this school was notoriously known for having 22 and 23-year-old bodybuilding men on their team. I I was a freshman on the squad, right? I was a freshman. I'm a little dude, but these were some big, I think we got one of our curse words still, FCC. These were some big ass men, right? And we're kids. And I didn't know what real pain was yet. I thought I was invincible. Quarterbacks sucked like most high school quarterbacks do. That's why you run the ball every down. He threw that ball across the slot. Anything you threw, I was going to go catch it. I caught that thing. And I was making my way to the sideline because I knew they had grown men, but I hadn't been hit by a grown-ass man yet. I made it to the sideline. And after I made it to the sideline, they still hit me. And this was a great game. I did not check back in that game. I do believe my high school football career was over at that point. And I said, hey, man, I like basketball. Hooping's pretty cool. Let's do it. It was a great game. It was a great game. You want to know how great it was? We lost 41-7. You tell me how you get to 41 points. It was great for them.
Hey, but listen, if you won the fight, nothing else mattered. At least that's what my mom would say.
Yeah, I didn't fight. They were grown men. Look, man, it's good having you here. I'm going to see you here in a few. I think you're going to be on this call with E. So we got a good one coming up. You guys hang on about 2-3 minutes. We will be seeing Beyond the Arc, Tyson Simpson, Coach Kusa, taking on Southeast Select, Trey, Burner, Turner, and Southeast Select. Will Southeast Select and Brad Lee be picking up his 29th win to tie the Sim World Hoops record there with Coach Bellardi? Or will Beyond the Arc be on spoiler alert? We'll see here shortly. Appreciate you guys. See y'all in a few. We got this thing. Peace.
Be the game. Be the game.
Welcome back, everybody. We are in St. Louis, the Make-A-Swish Foundation, home of Beyond the Arch, who are hosting Southeast Select, led by Trey Turner. You have E-Lava back behind the mic from Game 1, but now I am going to be joined by Maestro, fresh off of another triumphant post-up appearance as usual. Maestro.
How you doing tonight, fam? It's great to be here with you.
Well, we are way Southeast in their road red uniform, and that is Gabe Pope bringing it up. Tyson Sims, a big man, big-time player from the Arch. Very different positions, but Tyson Simpson and Trey Turner, all eyes on those two tonight. Turner gets it down low. That score there, well.
Early block. Early block already. Let's get the presence known in the paint.
Not necessarily the shot you expect Trey Turner to be taking, but interesting call to begin this one for Brad Lee, coach of Southeast Select, looking for his 29th all-time world win in this game. And there's a steal by Gabe Pope. Once again, Trey can't finish 0 for 2 to start this game. The captain, number 4 overall ranked player in Sim World.
Absolutely. Sorry about that. I was going to say, that's my favorite work. Sean Blazing game trying to rush that shot out here and hit the time.
Both teams struggling to get on the board here early. 3 on the way, but that will not go. Christian Kelly can hit from outside, but successful there. And boy, another steal this time. ETA coming up with it.
I did not know, E-Lava, you were going to be inviting me to a barbecue. We're going to be selling sloppy joes.
Looking that way so far. Well, that was a nice steal by Devin Fields. He gave it right away. Pope's going to try a jumper, but he can't hit either.
Eli was nice. I'm gonna speak in a voice. That was a bad pass.
Hey, that was a good one though. I'm going to pass. A nice pass there. Open the floor. A whole lot of board. It took us almost 2 full minutes to get this down. Trey Turner, he can go. No, he's open for now. Inside and outside, neither end of the game is working so far. 6'4", 200-pounder out of Knoxville.
Great assist by Blake again to see it getting open on the post and get it to him. Like he's coming off the screen, he passed him over. That's exactly the kind of passing you want to see from anyone handling the ball right there. Great job by Blake's game.
Timeout called by Bradley of Southeast Select. His team unable to score opening 2.5 minutes here. Timeout on the floor, and we're going to take the game as well. Come right back. 5:34 remaining in the first quarter when we return. Remind everybody, be sure to tune back in tomorrow. Hopefully you watched the Yacht Club in our game 1 tonight. They're going to be back in action tomorrow night. They actually have 3 games in a row up. But tonight and tomorrow night's on SimWorld TV. They're taking on Run DMV, and that begins at 7 p.m. Eastern. We got a lot of action here in this one. A lot of time anyway. Hasn't been a ton of action yet. Just 4 points between the two clubs, and Southeast get the ball in the hoop yet in spite of Trey Turner. He's 0-3, gets it back right here, shot finding down.
Inner E voice coming. It's been a lot of action, it's just not been good.
Hey, there's what I paid attention to come see. Trey Turner, very good as that one. He's averaging 20.1 points per game. 58% from the field. He's even more deadly for you. That shot won't go. Southeast, chance to tie here. Trey's going to take it and make it. Oh, that's a 3. I thought that was just a long 2. That's a 3.
He's finding his rhythm. That's what we want to see.
Oh, another steal for Gabe Pope. That's 2 for Pope so far. He's number 7 in steals in this league, SimWorld.
Devin Fields needs to call 911. That's the second time he's had he didn't pick his pocket. He just took it.
Just the ball. Just take it.
No.
He couldn't get that shot to go. Gets a 6-second chance and makes it count.
First clearance, good job. Play like a man. I love it.
6'2", Gabe Pope, just 165 pounds, with 17-year-old out of Puerto Rico. Doing some toughness. No defensive stopper, but he can score a little. He's a good passer. Great picture for Pope. Oh, Tyson Simpson. Second time is a charm.
Talent makes a difference. You know, he messed up with the first move. He was so busy making his move, he didn't realize where his man was. He turned into the defense. But with his talent, his skill, he was able to get the ball back and make it by going straight to the rim. He's going to learn how to control that. Don't do the move, you know what the man is.
I think Trey Turner just saw all the players on that field like chess pieces there. Split 2 of them, rises for the dunk.
That was a matrix move. That was a matrix move right there. And Christian Kelly was right in the middle of it. He's just like, okay, what am I going to do?
Trey Turner started the game 0-3. He's hit his last 3 shots since then, and three-pointer among them. And looks an opportunity to get back to 3-point play. He misses that. Feeling strange in the air tonight, I feel like, Maestro. There's some strange something happening. Disturbance in the field or something.
Definitely, maybe it's with the tying for the most lead for all coaches record on the line. it's hard to dunk without the ball. It was pretty. Been better ball. Just saying. Just gonna put it out there. Turner is on.
Oh, and Trey Turner gets going. You know, he's not just about shooting. He's also pretty smart. But as you see right there, he's got some explosiveness to him. And his Dominic Bianco impersonation there. Oh, corner three on the arch. That's David Duffy. 5'11" point guard. He's a second-year man. He played for St. Louis Star last season.
Beyond the arc is going to need that. They're going to need some balance off with their big man because, once again, there you go, great pass underneath. Because of how, no, let's just set out flat. If you got one team with the 7-foot and another team with 3 people at 6'10", only you can balance by playing beyond the arc, no pun intended, and giving your big man a chance to open underneath. So see what I did there? Yeah.
Well, you see what PTA's big man just did to the rim down there on the other end. Tyson
Absolutely.
Simpson.
He's got to warrant you.
Look, you think Maestro, Southeast Select, they're all youngsters. That's a shot there, but Southeast Select has 6'10" players. Throw out of that Simpson.
Exactly.
6'10", 210 pounders out there right now. Oh, rising to the occasion. That's the guard, Ralph Pearson.
Beyond kind of moving their feet on defense, they're giving away so many open lanes. You know, to see that was the third play where actually the ball handler got into the paint open without any cessation and no one in the way.
Various stats so far are not of the task trying to shackle Tyson Simpson. He is doing what he wants there on putbacks and little post moves there like they just saw. ETA by point as we come up on the 1 minute mark. Nice little effort from Stack to flow lane there. Gather that.
Exactly.
That was
Bad alley-oop count. Bad alley-oop pass. He was athletic enough to make it happen.
Ooh. No defense down on this end. Trey Turner blocking that shot. Oh, I think they called a foul.
Yeah, it was a foul. That was a foul. I think that was a little statement. I think that was a little statement of like, no, it's not going to be that easy in Blazing game. You have to, you got to earn it. It's not going to be, and that's a smart play because next time he gets the ball there, he's going to think about it. He's going to think about it just because of that. So that's a good foul to give.
Trey Turner, captain of Southeast Select, he does set tone for this team. Going to the bench right now, however, Justin Solomon takes his place. He's a 6'4" guard out of Camden, New Jersey.
Yeah, Kadarius Stack was not quite exactly being what he might be tonight, so far anyway. Maybe he's got to get into the flow.
The thing is, Maestro, if Kadarius Stack isn't working, you got 6'10", 200-pounder Keandre Baldridge, and you also have 6'10", 225-pound Manasseh Warwick, Southeast Select. So you got some options down here. And there's one of them trying to go to work that couldn't get it to go.
I don't want to say something nasty because I'm going to sound like Rick Blaze, but sometimes you need your son to be graded in their hole. I need 2 6'10" guys on the floor if I know that I'm going to have to deal with Tyson Simpson all night. Why? I need to muck it up.
Well, we already saw Kadarius Stack struggle with Simpson. They just threw Keandre Baldridge at him, and it looks like a rerun to me. More of the same for Simpson. He's got his Beyond the Arch squad out here up 3 as we end this first quarter.
On a print, you need 2. You got 2 of them. Use it. Make them beat you from the outside again.
How many does it make to make a thing go right, as I recall?
There you go. It takes 2, baby. Look at you.
At least 2, maybe more. Optionally more, but that's the extended mix. Right now, 1-point lead for Beyond the Arch. Southeast Select and Trey Turner got their hands full on the road here. Come right back, second quarter action when we return on SimWorld TV.
Welcome home.
Mom, Dad, this is Cindy.
Cindy, yes. So nice to meet both of you.
It's nice to meet you finally. Travis has told us so much about you.
All good things, I hope.
Yes, of course.
Good.
Please,
Thank
welcome.
you.
Oh, Mom, no. Dad, this is Shannon.
Oh, hi.
Shannon?
And this is Aaron.
Hey, cutie.
That is Jessica. Jenny, Sarah, Megan, Nicole, Elizabeth.
Acts. Use in moderation.
That was a fun first quarter of basketball here in Missouri. 2 stars shining bright so far. Trey Turner leading scorers, leading the way for his team, but Tyson Simpson, 8 points, 5 rebounds. What? Who was this in the steal? Is that what he had, Maestro, in those first 8 minutes?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. It's going to be a dirty by the end of this quarter. I feel it.
He's still out there. He hasn't gotten a break yet, and now it's Manasseh
He doesn't
Ward.
need one.
They got the
He doesn't
third.
need one.
They got the third of the 6'10" combo out there, and look what Tyson does to Manasseh Ward. Everybody.
Okay.
It's 0 for 3. He's got the whole set now. He collected them all.
Okay. I feel a blaze moment coming on. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Well, you got to by himself, baby. You know he can't do it. You need the others running with him. You got to get 2. You need 2 on him. Otherwise, he's going to do that all night, baby. That's what it's going to be. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, hey, there's not been any solution so far, so I think it's fine.
You know, sometimes when you take one, never mind.
To the line here.
Yeah, thank you.
Terrell Pearson. First to 2. They want to remind everybody out there, if you want to get in this game, you can be a player. You can see yourself out here on this court. You can be a coach of one of these teams. Red Lee for Southeast, he's second year. Both these coaches in their second year. It's Coach Kusa down the arch. His boys, but you can be doing it too.
See the game, be the game.
Yep, see that game, be that game. Fill out the application. Come join Steam World. 1 point game. BTA up by 1. They got the ball. Dino Ahern brings it forward.
Not surprised that it's this close, but I'm surprised at how it's this close and sloppy as it started. Okay.
Tyson Simpson. Wow.
So we're not going to guard him with somebody who's 6'10". Instead, we're going to guard him with somebody who is 6'3".
Well, you got to try something, apparently.
Not that.
Well, Southeast living at the line. No help coming on the switch there. And it forces Nick Bowie to foul.
That's been all night, though. Not moving their feet on the help side. No help side defense from either team, but it's really burning. It's really burning beyond the arc.
Jalen West, 6'2", 17-year-old out of North Carolina, steps to the line, set to take a couple free throws. I also want to remind you, if you're watching out there, please come follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok. Got some good content posted up on there. Of course, share it with your friends too. SimWorld 4K.
That just sounds so sweet when you say that, Elava.
Oh, well. Gotta put a little sugar on it. Make it
There
special.
you are sugar, baby. You are sugar, baby. That's what it is.
I can take compliments all night. We got another whole game coming to you.
There you go. Okay, good. A clear out, but it's not quite obvious.
Well,
and I'm just gonna. Okay, I'm
way out
feeling,
there.
I'm feeling like, why why?
Well, maybe because Devin Fields can just finish like that. The 6'3", he joined this team after the start of the season. Fields, 6'3", 16-year-old out of Tokyo, which is 7.6 a game. He made it look pretty there in the end.
I like his game. He has quick feet. He's always, and that first step is dangerous. He's just always clearing himself with that first step.
Talking about newcomers, this Englishman, Coco Bryce out of London. 16-year-old.
Your favorite number.
Pulls up right there, Coco Bryce.
Your favorite number 69.
Oh, we need Siege here. I'm sorry Siege can't be here.
I know. That was in honor of Siege.
Under siege. Coco Bryce brings it up. And still waiting to get confirmation.
Oh.
And still waiting to get confirmation on the source of Coco's name, if it's a nickname, if it's an allusion to a literary character. But I have no doubt what I have confirmation on is his game. Now, of course, you know, Ahern has the answer on the other end. For,
yes, he does. Wait, he was open and he was so afraid he thought he was in a horror movie. Like he was waiting for the monster to come. Because he actually,
right?
he actually did it.
Setup.
He completely wasted that crossover. There's nobody did a crossover.
Bryce tested his skills there against Big Tyson. Tyson didn't block it, but he definitely got in the way.
Hey, 7 foot. Hey, somebody 7 foot is gonna make a lot of the sun go away.
Woo. Tough shot from Ahern, who's
very tough shot.
Got a couple early in this one. Bryce has been really active. He comes up with a rebound there, gets it in Pope's hands. Pope gives it back to Bryce. Pearson, that's deep. Oh
no!
I'm sorry, that was not Pearson. I'll take it back. That was time to get confirmation. That was indeed Pearson.
Terrell, that was
things up. Wow,
good form. I think you know. Okay, so what's interesting is it's almost as if they're playing in reverse, right? You see where the team that should have the advantage in the paint is playing on the outside. The team that has the advantage outside is playing on the inside. Interesting to see how this is going to maintain throughout the game.
That's a good observation there, Maestro. I'll try to turn that into a segue, you know, where you can observe all the SimWorld action on our YouTube channel. If they want everybody out there watching tonight, please like, subscribe, share it, spread it, love it, tell your mom and dad about it. That's where you'll find this game archived, and it's where you find all the live game action as well.
SimWorld also makes a great gift. You can gift your gift your loved ones with SimWorld hoops. You know, SimWorld 4K. You know they're gonna love it.
I'm just so sad we're still like 6 months from Christmas because it makes a great stocking stuffer. It does.
What? You have to wait till Christmas to give somebody something, man? Well,
no,
man,
but it just
a lot of
fits
in
right in
your
that
house.
stocking, you know. Oh,
Look, we keep our socks out all the time. They're dirty, but they're out.
Third steal already, at least. I'll have to check that for Gabe Pope. Look, hey, it's what Gabe Pope does. He plays defense. I'm not surprised, but he's putting on a show on the defensive end out here. Couldn't turn it into points, Coco Bryce.
Coco got some run Artest in the man. Some elbows. I'm okay with it.
Is it the Ron Artest in him or the Meta World Peace?
No, it's definitely Ron Artest because Meta World Peace is like he like to fade away.
True. Well, all up and not for very long. Manasseh Warnick.
Honor, I tell you what, is going to get it right. Definitely doesn't average that much, but he's going to make it count every single time. That's a very good thing. When he can, if he can end up contributing more, he's going to give them a better opportunity to win this game. As we see, beyond the arc is good ball movement, close to the paint, need a little spacing, good fall away. Rebound out to the. Gonna have to give it to Southeast Flake. They're pushing the ball up. They're taking advantage of their smaller size, but they're not getting to the ball quicker. They're gonna have to make that count as we see beyond the arc, kind of slowing themselves up here, getting that pacing, getting that distance. Use that leverage. Open man from the three. Oh. Great shot, wide open, did not fall. And again,
nice rebound from Stack as well there on that. Oh, look at that block down here on this one, though. He's going to stay with Southeast. Christian Kelly, however, known for his rebounding and defense like that, he is a leaper. He can sky. Just 6'6", Christian Kelly, but he can jump with the biggest of them out there. Nice block right there. And Kelly now on Turner out there on the inbound. Turner gets a little bit of daylight on him. Can't make him pay. Nice defense. Kelly closed him down there pretty nicely, Maestro.
100%, and that's what you want to see. You need to use your quickness for yourself, but you also need to use your size to help your quickness, because otherwise you're always going to be behind the ball.
They're trying Kelly. Look, and Kelly got the block on Turner that time. Nick Bowie tries the short jumper, can't get it to go. Turner back up the other way. Once again, Christian Kelly glued to him. It's like Coach Kusa making this, and gets a switch there. And he's got Blazing Game back on him, and Turner's just a little too much for Blazing Game.
He's a cheat code, man. He is he is moving. That first step is dangerous.
Interesting though that Turner could not get it going with Christian Kelly on him. Let's see if Coach Kusa attempts to apply that matchup, make sure he gets that going out there on the court. But we're going to take a quick break. Timeout on the court. 1:59 left to go, first half.
Still waiting for a big smile out of you. You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
The Road Squad, Southeast Select, up by 4 as we're approaching the end of the first half here. Southeast Select, 13-6 on the season. They are second in the Savannah division, and Beyond the Arch, 9-10. We saw the Yacht Club get to the 500 mark in our first game. Beyond the Arch could do it here with a victory too. 9-10 this season.
Doesn't take much. It's good to see these teams that are somewhere wet in the middle. Maybe their record is not necessarily. That's the second time he's done it. You know what? They're going to have to practice their alley-oops because, Balleridge can't keep saving these bad passes. He's making it happen.
DeAndre Balderidge, just 16-year-old out of Beaufort, South Carolina. Point lead, however, Southeast. Ooh.
Call it right. It's Beaufort. It's Beaufort, baby. Call it right.
Is it Beaufort? All right.
Beaufort. Call it right. I can smell
Beaufort actually kind of sounded right to my ear, but I'm sure you got that right, Maestro.
I can smell it from where I live.
You know what I mean? Doesn't it sound right in a way?
It sure does, and then, you know what it acts like it sometimes when you actually make you think of driving through there. Stop right there, right now.
Trey Turner back in gear. He's got him out to a 7-point lead. That's a nice drive. Won't go. Southeast chance to. In a game that's been tight the whole way, we can be coming up on a halftime here with Southeast way in front if they can convert this attempt. Stop. Nice dish and nice finish from Baldridge.
Beautiful pass. Way to use the lane. And what we've been saying this the entire game. Beyond the arc, flat-footed on defense, no help side. Great.
Nick Bowie just got out in front there to stack there.
Great dunk, but they're flat-footed on defense, and that's why Southeast Select is just running around. Somebody's got to step up for somebody.
Terrell Pearson's a lot to handle. 6'3", 190-pound guard. Great dribbler, great on the attack, and he's got a 9-point advantage for Southeast. This should be the last possession. ETA looking to hold for 1. And David Duffy, the point guard captain, is going to make it and take. Wow.
Yes, he did.
Called his own number, and it worked on that occasion. Cuts the lead to 7. But Southeast, last few minutes there, that second quarter, able to establish themselves here a little bit on floor and soil. Well, expected a big game out of Trey Turner, and we got it. But what else from Southeast did you like in that first half, Maestro?
Well, I got to tell you, you can't take Coco Bryce, man. Number 69, just getting it done.
I like Coco Bryce.
I'm telling you, look, anytime I see a guy throw an elbow, not once, not twice, but 3 times, it's not an accident. I love it.
He's got a little bit of spice to his game, Bryce. Spice Bryce wouldn't be bad either if it wasn't already called Coco.
Coco Spice Bryce.
Terrell Pearson also playing well for Southeast. But look, BTA hanging in this. I mean, that first quarter, especially Tyson Simpson, something special.
Absolutely. And they need to go back to that. I don't know why they got away from it. Keep giving the ball in the paint. Let him do his thing.
Well, there you see it. 12 points, 5 boards. Going to need more of him, though, to get back into the second half action when we return to the Make-A-Swish Foundation in St. Louis. Seven-point advantage. Southeast Select, Trey Turner got his team going. Second quarter particularly, toward the end of it in particular. ETA bringing the ball in here.
They need to get him going, though. I mean, they got him going. Here we go. You know.
That's the perfect start to the second half.
Yeah. I mean, you can't take the ball out of his hand. But you also need to give it to him where he can actually do some work. Okay, whoa. That's how you say, okay, my guard might have olayed you, but I'm going to, that's a great exchange.
What a start. A Simpson dunk, a Simpson block, and a Christian Kelly dunk, all in 30 seconds, and suddenly the lead is down to 3.
With a horrible defensive exchange there when Gabe Pope just basically turned our man into like a toll booth in New Jersey. He just like dropped in a dime and went by him.
Well, Pope able to hit a 3, making up for it there. And Simpson takes a tough shot. Nice position from Kadarius Stack.
It sure was. It sure was. And again, Simpson's going to learn that. He's going to learn, don't make your move until you know where your man is. Again, he made his move right into the man. That's a great hands.
Stripped away by Devin Fields. Gabe Pope lost the ball, but Fields last touched it, and it will stay with Southeast. 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Once Tyson Simpson learns the game, learns himself, learns when and when not to make a move, he's going to be something amazing. He's already amazing. He's going to be something else.
Yeah. Well, whatever superlatives go beyond amazing and something else, Trey Turner may already be there. That was a contested shot. That wasn't a clean shot remotely. Nailed it. 9-point lead now for Southeast. Tyson Simpson determined to keep his side around, though. He's played really well opening minutes here in the third quarter.
What do I always say? If you're a big man, there is no reason for that ball to go beneath your chin. Once you get it, no matter who, especially with his strength and his ability and his speed, there is no reason for him to put the ball on the floor. Just take it back up and choose violence.
Pope now, he's going to try to go inside on Simpson, but his defense forces him into just a tough shot, won't go. And
that bad pass was made possible because of a no pass that didn't happen. They actually had a man underneath the basket by himself. Nobody saw him because everybody was so busy looking out to the arc. And it would have been an easy 2. They came away with nothing.
Strong drive by Simpson, 5-point margin. Open for 3. He is going to take it. He thought about it for a minute, sunk it. Didn't go right up with it, thought about it for a good second half. Ooh, and then almost stolen. Heads up play there by Condre Baldridge.
Smart. He watched the pattern. He stayed in the shadow. In other words, he stayed where the passer could not see him. He basically waited and he timed it perfectly. Stepped right up. If he could have got his hands clean on it, he had a clear shot to the basket. That's smart. That's a high IQ move right there. Also, the IQ. The IQ is just off the charts. I love it.
We couldn't get that bucket to go. Simpson, he has it up top. Driving inside. Nothing doing. Ends up in Christian Kelly's hands, and his tough shot will not rattle home.
If I was BTA's coach right now, I would get a technical. I would get a technical because I would call a timeout. I'd walk out there on the floor. I'd grab Tyson Simpson, and I look at the little mini arch and say, "You stay here."
Aryan Vallejo doing his Tyson Simpson impression right there. He swatted that ball away. Fans here for Beyond the Arch, particularly with Trey Turner sitting on the bench. And look at that. Daniel Horry, the 15-year-old, he's had some nice games since he joined this team. Averaging 8.4, quiet tonight, but that was a big bucket there. This is a 2-point game.
So for him, would you like to see him take more shots from beyond the arc like that, or even close to the arc?
Well, I think Horry, the tough thing is he is an upcoming player, 15 years old. Now that said, he leads the team with 37. You don't necessarily want to get him too out of control, too aggressive out there, but he really kind of seems to know his role. Nice drive by DeLeo, but he won't go. DeLeo's been struggling with his shot all year long, only averaging 26% from the field, averaging 1.1 per game.
Well, every shot I've seen him take, not just in this game but in other games, he rushes at the last minute. He doesn't let the ball come off his hand. He pushes the ball, and that's why he's getting those hard bounces off the rim. That's like the third, fourth game where I've seen him do that, and he just needs to take his time. He has more time than he thinks he does.
Nice little move there to get a bucket. Shake Travis, 6'7", 17-year-old, played last year in SimWorld. Leo has it again, but gives it up. Christian Kelly. Oh, no, that's not, excuse me, not Kelly. Instead, that's Fields. Nice move by Fields.
That's when Fields play all night. He gets to clear out. His first step could be a little faster. That's something he can learn. I think it's out of uncertainty that he's not quite sure what he's going to do until he does it. Soon he needs to flip that. He needs to think about it before he does it. And once he does that, all those skills are going to kick in.
I'm out on the court. That's a good time for me to remind everybody out there, if you're watching right now, there is absolutely no excuse for you not to be part of the SimWorld community, and that all happens on Discord. To get there, go to discord.gg/SimWorldNBA. That is where all the controversy, all the chatter, all the communication, all the news drops, all the highlights, all the shows, all the articles, all the broadcast, everything is happening there, and you should be there too. Discord.gg/SimWorldNBA.
See the game, be the game.
See the game, be the game. Well, we're seeing a pretty good game here. Southeast, the favored team. Right now, just a 4-point advantage. Mason Simpson, been an unsolvable problem all night tonight. The only thing that's really defeated Simpson for any stretch has been going to the bench for a breather.
Right. And they need to stop giving. The only reason he should be anywhere outside of the post is if he's taking a free throw. Get him the ball down in the post, man. Just come on. It worked for you. It got you that lead to start the game. Let's keep it going. We want to see more of that.
Mass substitutions for both teams, but Simpson is still out there. Coco Bryce back in the game for Southeast.
Ballridge has made his presence known tonight. It's good to see that happen.
He's back out there. He's got the ball right now. Simpson on him. 3 on the way, and that is good. Jalen West just averages 2.4% per game this season, but he can hit from deep. That's his 13th made 3 of the year.
Light press on the defense, putting the ball up. I love how Southeast is using their speed, but beyond the arc is making them pay. Get the ball down quick, take the shot while the defense is still lagging.
That's
Smart
Daniel
ball.
Horry. Southeast needs to treat Daniel Horry like how they treat Trey Turner in practice. You can't leave him open from deep like that.
100%. Great
Well,
shot
Southeast
by Justin Solomons.
Southeast with the answer. Nice drive. These teams going back and forth now. Things have opened up a little bit.
This is going to speak to Southeast because they're a smaller team, they're a quicker team. So if it's going to become a track meet, they're going to get the check mark.
Nice drive there, ends in a bucket. 7-point advantage now for Southeast, coming up on 1 minute to play, third quarter.
Dangerous pass. It worked out at that time, but it's not what you want to see.
Ooh, another dangerous pass, but right into the mitts. Tyson Simpson having himself a night.
That is what got you there. Keep feeding them like that, or the quote Blaze, "Feed the big man, baby. Let the big dog eat. Come on now."
Oh, Simpson did not like that call. He thought he got that clean, but
I thought he did too.
Second personal.
I thought he did too. I'll be making a stank out right now. I'll be making a stank out big time right now.
DeAndre Baldridge to the line, 6'10", 200-pounder out of the Palmetto State, South Carolina.
He is 199. Don't treat him like that.
Oh, eat a sandwich before the game. He's up to 200. You got some chips with it.
Yeah, you got me. You got me, Eli. You got me, baby.
Coco Bryce getting a little breather.
69 going to the bench.
Trey Turner back out there for these last 43 seconds of the third quarter.
Had a hockey line change going on there for Southeast.
You see that sometimes, get a whole another fresh unit out there.
Oh, you know what? I had a coach that's what we did. It was always 5 out, 5 in.
Oh, look at the defense from Kadarius Stack. Block Turner or Simpson that time.
You do not see that very often. Again, once Simpson learns, let me find out where the guy who's guarding me is before I make my move. That is like the 7th time tonight that I'm doing my splashes where he's made his move into the defensive player.
Oh, he got another. That time on Daniel Horry. Meanwhile, Trey Turner missed an open three. Good break for beyond the arch there. He
Absolutely.
has it, though. Final seconds. Take a pull-up jumper and nails it.
If they're not going to press him out and have help side defense, he's going to do that all night.
That heave was close, but it wasn't there for beyond the arch, and they've just come up a little bit short so far tonight. But they have 8 minutes to reverse a 9-point deficit on their home court. Come right back, fourth quarter, when we return. Southeast on top here. Just saw a nice sequence on defense. Kadarius Stack, 6'10", 16-year-old, bang, bang, blocks Maestro.
Absolutely. And he showed great leverage and great form on both blocks, but here's how they were different. The one against Tyson Simpson was Tyson Simpson made a very strong move, but he moved into the defensive man. The second one, instead of taking the shot and taking a pivot to the rim, he tried a little side flip, kind of like the Iceman. I forgot, people don't even know who George Gervin is anymore. And so while they did
ABA days.
so while he did that, Kadarius Stack said, "Not today, Holmes," and knocked it out. So the blocks looked the same, but the setup of the blocks were very different, and it started with bad choices by both offensive players.
Well, back to live action here, and Tyson Simpson just picked up his third foul, very demonstratively. Not believe it was the right call, but it is the third, sending Turner to the line right here. And Southeast now up by double digits. Biggest lead of the game for any team.
Once he learns footwork, he's not going to get those fouls called on him. He was in great position, but if you look like you're off balance, it's going to look like a foul, even if you're 7 foot over, like, blocking a guy who's like 4'3".
Stack with a nice rebound, ripped that thing out of there. Pearson has it now for Southeast. Going to be deliberate on possessions now with the lead in the fourth quarter.
100%. No shot should go up with like more than 4 seconds on the clock.
Tough one there, wouldn't go. Simpson rebounds it, and here comes Duffy. Gives it up. Oh, gives it back to Simpson. He's in the two.
You have to know Tyson Simpson's going to run the floor, get into the paint. You have to know your job is nothing else. If you can't stop him, just slow him down. Keep him out. Make his route to the paint more difficult. And you cannot lose your man.
You can't lose that man for sure.
No.
Trey getting it done inside and outside. Hard to believe he started this game 0 for 3, and you had in the back of your mind, uh-oh, is this going to be an off night for Trey Turner? Not quite. And right now, his team is up by 11. We'll want to remind everybody, stay tuned after this one. First of all, Maestro's not going anywhere. Post Up is back on, so you got to stick around for that. Always entertaining. The most entertaining men will mate the Maestro, so please stick around for that. But we have one more game on tonight's triple header too. And in my opinion, this may be the marquee matchup. We got Best Coast Ballers hosting H-Town Hoopers. I'm really looking forward to that one. Least Darius Outlaw taking on that deep, talented team from Texas. Should be entertaining.
Absolutely, and H-Town also, just like Yacht Club earlier, because they're coming off the back-to-back. It's interesting what they're going to be able to do. They weren't successful against Atlanta. It kind of surprised a lot of people, I think. So let's see if they can bounce back from that loss last night against a tougher opponent tonight. Some people might say, but it's Sim World Hoops, baby. Any night, any game, any time.
Starting 5 back out on the field beyond the arch. Brad Lee, coach of Southeast Select. He's a little bit more than 6.5 minutes away from catching Coach Tim Bellardi, all-time most winningest coach in Sim World history. Hitting on 28. Overall record 28-12. This would be a 29th win to catch Coach Bellardi. 3 on the way. Won't go there.
Yeah, I got to ask you a personal question.
Oh, sure.
After we see Trey, you know what? I'm going to say something right now.
Oh, please.
If he has number 12, maybe a thought, stand in front of him. I'm just throwing it out there. It's not real strategy.
Or he hits a 3. It's BTA, throws a little bit of a lifeline there. Well, you know, Trey Turner wearing that number 12, and of course he's the captain of this team. 12, that's a classic football quarterback number. You know, you got your Tom Brady, going back in the day, Roger Staubach. You got his number 12. Oh, number 12 gets that one to roll in right there, Trey Turner. And that's what he is out there, I think. I mean, he's a threat. You can do it passing, you can do it scoring, inside and from deep. It's crazy to think that if Cooper King Cross wasn't a 30-point per game monster last year for the DC Stars, Trey Turner could be back-to-back most valuable player with SimWorld as a junior and senior. Awesome. He could be in the discussion for sure.
It shows his talent, and by the way, it shows his wisdom as he's just so smart. I mean, he's got that quick first step, but he's also got the IQ to go along with it, and that's how you make it count. Because sometimes it looks like right now, like nobody's on him because he knows where to be.
Exactly, and look at that. Nails it. Well, that is SimWorld's, and he's an all-defensive team member, too. There's really very little that Trey Turner can't do. Easy bucket there for BTA. Some somewhat insight, but 13 points, 4 minutes, 30 seconds is a long way to go.
Yes, it is. And you know what? I'm going to ask my personal question as we're kind of coming down here a little bit here. Will the North ever get a coach?
Some say the North has been playing better without a new official coach installed. But hey, this is a good time to. You know what? That's a perfect plug lead in. So thank you. I'll swat that one. One way to do it would be to join SimWorld and apply for that job. You can be a coach, just like Brett Lee's a coach here, Southeast Select. Coach Kusa with BTA. Ooh, nice block there from Kelly. Ends up with the rebound on the second attempt. There's a vacancy right now. We need a coach.
Oh, by the way, that alley-oop was stolen by, guess who? Trey Turner. So there you got a guy at 6'4", filling a pass intended for a dude who's 7 foot.
Well, Daniel Horry able to get to the rack, lay it in, and cut the lead to 11. Southeast and Coach Brett Lee do want to talk it over, make sure it doesn't get any more out of hand than this. We're going to take a quick break too, but come right back. Final minutes of the fourth quarter.
To make it 2-possession game, and they will.
Definitely gonna have to go elsewhere.
Oh!
Well, winning and losing the game aside, the scoreline you'd think you'd normally be talking about right now would be Tyson Simpson, an impressive 24 points, 7 boards, and 4 assists, doing it in all kinds of ways. But Trey Turner
leave out the steals on the block. Come on now.
Oh yeah, I didn't mean to undercut him. I didn't mean to sell him short there. But the thing is I have a hard time remembering all of Tyson's amazing stats because my eyes are just bedazzled by the 30 points that Trey Turner has put up with 3.5 minutes to go left in this game.
I'm sorry, boo. I didn't mean to yell at you. My bad. I'm sorry. I love my dirty so much. I got to give him something.
I've been blinded by the light, and he's still out there. He can add to this total. He's got the ball right now. Trey Turner sitting on 30 right now and going to work. Clock winding down here, not in Turner's hands. Said it's going to be a long shot by Baldridge, and that won't go. I don't think that's what Brett Lee drew up in that timeout.
Absolutely not. Oh, but by the way, it happens when you pass out of leverage.
Oof. Tough shot, foul called. I think that's going to go against Baldridge. So
yeah, he knew it too.
I mean, I guess you can't really fault Baldridge for taking that shot. He had to. The shot clock was winding down there, but not a great move down on this end either, however, by the big man. And freezes the clock, gives ETA a chance to chip away at this lead from the line, and they do.
Any sport is hard to win. No matter how you count it, it's hard to win no matter who you're playing against, right? You have to find a way in these last moments to let the clock come to you, slow it down, make smart choices. And sometimes for younger players, it's hard to do because you're trying to rush that clock down, and the clock is going to do what the clock going to do, baby.
Fields gets both, and the lead is under double digits. We are just under 3 minutes to play.
They got the 6-9, but they got there late.
Oh. I don't know if BTA was looking, thinking maybe Southeast was going to run more clock off there, but Turner saw an inch of daylight and he took it.
I actually stopped my slashes a while ago and how many times that Turner breaks to the basket without nobody being around him. Again, make him. Got to be a travel. Got to be a travel. You don't make your move. I promise to stop. Oh, 3 seconds. I got to stop saying that. 3 second call, not traveling. I'm gonna stop saying it. You can't.
It's hesitation.
You can't. He was already gonna make his move. Then he realized nobody's on me. Oh, I'm gonna make the move anyway. 3 seconds.
Look at that. Fields got the steal, but then Turner takes it right back away from him. Stack actually thought about shooting that three.
He sure did. I would love to know what Trey Turner said. Probably said, "Boy."
Loose ball foul. That's going to go against Southeast, so it's going the other way. Well short on the shot anyway was Shake Travis. He can hit from outside, but only hitting 33% from the field overall. Again, probably not what Bradley saw when he closed his eyes and imagined what was going to happen in that possession.
No, he did not.
And look at this, the big man Tyson Simpson continuing to go to work, and 9 points, but only 2 minutes to play now.
Need a stop, need some pressure. You need to make them speed up while you slow down. You need to make them speed up while you slow down.
TA doing some double teaming now. Can't foul here either. Coming down to the end of the shot clock.
Boy, guess who that was? Let me see here.
Boy.
Was it number 1 and number 2 on the same jersey?
Not bad.
Okay.
Bad man.
Mama, there go that man again.
Points.
Mama, there go that man again. Oh.
Ooh, nice defense from Stack on that, and he's able to wrestle the rebound away too.
I'm gonna apply to do a Maestro Big Man clinic. I'm gonna ask the boss if I can do that.
Oh, that one rattles through, and that might have just about done it there.
Yeah.
Coach Kusa wants a timeout, but 14 points, 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. It looks like Southeast is going to get a win here. Improved to 14-6 on the season. Beyond the Arch, not quite able to get to 500. Looks like they're staring 9-11 in the face. Maestro, it's that time. I think that the game is... Let's stick around here. Let's not give up on it yet. I've seen stranger things, but assuming nothing too crazy happens, is there any question about who your player of the game is?
Oh, I'm going for the guy who's made the biggest impact tonight. He's definitely showing us what's going on. That's Coco Bryce. I'm just joking. It's Trey Turner. but I'm gonna give Coco Bryce my number 2 for kind of filling in. And I can't, yes, it's Trey Turner, and I know you said Coco Bryce. I'm gonna say Gabe Pope, but it's gonna be Trey Turner. Guys have stood up for their team at different points and carried their team. I would just say this: that the buffet table that Trey Turner left behind is a lot bigger.
Honorable mention, Tyson Simpson. You did everything tonight, and I mean everything. You filled up the stat category. You got every stat except one, and it's that W category. Most likely looking like, Yep.
Strategy let him down. In my opinion, strategy. You saw him do what he did at the start of the game, and you got away from that. Then you went back to that. You started getting back in the game. Then you got away from it again. I'm sorry. That's a move where you just keep doing it until they show they can stop it. And strategy just is the reason why, in my opinion, why Beyond the Arc is not taking care of the W tonight.
All right, back in Simpson's hands. He's trying to get 30 for himself. Can't get that shot to go, however. We are now officially under a minute. Expect a patient possession here from Southeast. Terrell Pearson sets it up. Ooh, almost
shot to
stolen
go
away.
out. 4 seconds. Give me 4 seconds before the ball goes up.
Gonna be 37 for Trey. Oh, couldn't get that one to go.
Okay, great possession. Just ran down the clock. Doesn't matter how much you win by. What matters is what? That you win, right?
Could have possibly gotten Trey 40 points. That was the most interesting thing. Hey, there's more for Tyson Simpson. He's going to have a tasty-looking score line after tonight, that's for sure.
You got to love Southeast Select. Still playing defense, not taking anything for granted, still slight pressing, still using their speed, using their quickness.
Shake Travis only scores 2.6 points per game, folks. So, which is fans in the stands, the away team, get upset. They are still pressing here.
I love it. You know what? I think they should take the ball out, right? Once he scored, they should have taken that ball out, put another one in, right? That should go in his mantle, right?
The trophy case. Well, Horry couldn't get that one to go at the buzzer. Doesn't matter. 14-point win for Southeast. Big win for them, and congrats to Coach Brad Lee, co-winningest coach in SimWorld history right now. With his next one, he will break the tie with Bilardi, have a 30th win, and become the winningest coach in the 2 seasons of SimWorld that we have had. Well, folks, one last time, remember, don't go away. We got a triple header tonight. That means one more post-up coming up right now. Following up after that, Best Coast Ballers and H-Town. The Powerhouse is going to go head-to-head. Thanks for being with us in this one. We'll see you again out on the coast soon.
We're back. The Post Up is back with the second edition. Maestro.
Yes, sir.
Beyond the Arc, Southeast Select, Coach Brad Lee, co-winningest coach in SimWorld Hoops history. It's been a short history, but that is a pretty big achievement. Coach Bilardi, who had to step away from Gotham 5, best wishes to him wherever he is. Hopefully he returns at some point. But as of right now, Brad Lee looks like he's coming for that mantle. But outside of the coaching, unless you want to talk a little coaching being the outcome of this game, what did you see that led to an 87-73 victory for Beyond the Arc?
I saw Southeast Select either got Beyond the Arch out of their game. Now, we can talk about Trey Turner if you want to. But Beyond the Arch had 52 points in the paint. And they could have had more, but they got away from that low post game. In my opinion, they did not use Tyson Simpson the way they should have. Nobody was going to stop him. The only thing that stopped him was they started giving him the ball outside the post, on the wing. Don't do that. He's getting it done for you. Make it work for you. And of course, when you have a cheat code like Trey Turner, that we're getting. But by the way, whenever Trey Turner was not on the floor, just blowing by everybody, making every three, taking all the orders, making sure that the chicken and hot dogs was done right. When he wasn't doing that, you had Gabe Pope basically getting his wanted posters up from everybody's stuff. And you got number 69, Coco Bryce, in there just being like a alternate version of Bizarro version of Trey Turner. It's like they stayed in their game all night. They pressed to the end. I love that. They never took the foot off the defense. Defense travels, you know this. Mm-hmm. They never took the foot off. Kept going and going and going. It was beautiful.
Defense. More defense. It's hard to say, right, when they allowed a team to give up 52%, but you would have to watch the game. And 8 turnovers, they turned them over quite a few times, and they just made life chaotic. You know what I'm saying? They made the game tough for Beyond the Arc. They harassed them up and down the court. I agree. I totally agree. On the other side of things, though, we talked about with Southeast Select, and before I leave, man, shout out to Gabe Pope. I love just like a dog on defense. Is his, hey, man.
Oh, I
good
know,
luck,
right? Oh,
good luck bringing the ball up the court against me. That's what I like to see. Like, just hey, look, maybe you're gonna score, maybe you're gonna do some things, but you're gonna work tonight, and you gonna it's cold ice. It's cold ice when this game's over. But yeah,
all night, baby.
So Southeast Select, yeah, they got it done. Is there anything that caught your eye about Beyond the Arc that you would have liked to see more? Anything you're encouraged by? What you thinking there?
Well, okay, I'm encouraged by the athleticism, right? You know, Tyson Simpson notwithstanding, I love what I saw from Blazing Game early in the game. He kind of disappeared on us a little bit. Also, you know what? Devin Fields, not a bad shot. Same thing with Daniel Ori, not a bad shot. And also, by the way, I'm going to give it up to Dino Ahern, I believe his name. Mm-hmm. He also had his moments, but their moments were too small. So here's what I'm encouraged by, that they could have those moments even if only a little bit at a time. It tells me that there is talent there. It just has to be utilized in the right way. That is good. Another thing that was encouraging is every single player, what got them in trouble is just basically the path to learning the game. Tyson Simpson, he is an immense talent, but once he learns that when I get the ball in the post, don't have a move in mind until I know where my man is that's guarding me. I might not have anybody. It happened a couple of times tonight where he actually made a great move. Unfortunately, he made it into a player like Ballridge or into a player like Kadarius Stack Jr. You know, and it's like if he would have just waited 1 second, realized where his positioning was, used his leverage, those would have been easy buckets. So,
it's crazy. But Maestro, I want to say this. It's crazy that you're saying that about him because the man, he's leading the league in triple doubles, and we're saying he still has room to grow. He had 28 points tonight. You're saying, I mean, obviously there's room to grow, but you're saying, but he's not even playing the post game in the right way.
No, he's not. He's not, and that's what again. Okay, now listen. All the SimWorld Hoops knows that Maestro loves him some big men. I love me my 6'10", 6'11". Look, if you're under 6'10", I might not even say your name. All right, you know what I'm saying? Jeez. So the fact that the fact that he's a 7-footer, that he has those moves, that he has those talents, that he appears to be coachable from what I've seen, because I've seen him grow. It is the one thing I would say, if he would get that under his belt, it would be like taking Akeem the Dream and Shaq and put him in one layer, and you know how that be. That's how much I think of him. That's how much I love his game, and I will stand by that till the end of the planet. I'll be that right now, brother.
And guess what? You just got us to stand by moving on to a different subject. How dare you say that about Akeem Olajuwon? There will never be. I can't. You know what, Maestro? We were cool till just about now. No way. He's got a lot of finesse game to go before he can be there. He's got to be blocking shots. He's got to be stealing the ball. He's got to be reading the defense. Don't get me started. In the words of Kirsten Wiig on SNL when it was still moderately good, don't even get me started. Hey man, Indy Stripes. Indy Stripes went into Queen City. There's 2 kids on this Indy Stripes team that spurned the hometown Queen City Kings out in North Carolina. These are 2 North Carolina kids decide to go play with the Indy Stripes, decide to go play with the coach that they knew a little something about in Javad Storm. I'm talking about Barkley and Benari. And I said in that order alphabetically, Benari, so you don't have to be upset with it. It's just alphabetically. Barkley came first. Barkley James, Benari James. Indy Stripes. Homecoming of sorts for them. They went down there and they got it in. 79-74. Excuse me. 79-74. Indy Stripes take the win. But they took it on the back of Barkley James putting up 26 points, going 4 for 4 from 3, and Benari James going to the rack like an old school Rod Strickland. And he just got it done. He put up 20 points. They thoroughly outplayed Queen City Kings backcourt and Norvell Dijon Jones and Braxton Schuyler, which earlier this season they had a war of words. Both of these kids, or all 4 of them actually. What do you make of Indy going in there and doing all the talking that they used to do and actually quieting down here recently and getting it done?
Tells me that the focus is where it's supposed to be. You know, listen, we both have seen the guys who like to talk themselves into a game. You know, the mouth is going when they're getting off the bus. You know, their mouth is what's going on the bus. And all of a sudden they get on the floor and that mouth can't cash the check that it wrote because the game just wasn't there. There wasn't enough credits in the bank. And to see them finally settling down into their game, a lot of talent. From Benari to Barkley to Razor Red to Nova Jovic. I'm talking about. Give me another guy. I love my gay Lust. Jay Lust.
Man, come on.
But there's a lot of talent on that team, right? And the one thing I love about Indy is at any given night, regardless of the record, what's in front of them, they have enough talent to make it happen when they play like a team.
Okay.
One guy's not going to get it done. It's not that universe anymore. So seeing them do that tonight, it's like if we see that the rest of the way, man, the race to one is going to get real interesting real fast.
Hey, they are a very tough and competitive team. For everything that people have had to say about them all season and, having to say about their players and some of the things that their players have warranted, they have warranted themselves. They are a very talented team. And, you see Barkley James, you see Benari James getting after it. They're the 2 biggest names, the 2 biggest vocal guys on the team. But there are some flat-out ballers on that squad. Jovanovic, as you mentioned, coming off the bench, starting, whatever it is they want to do with him. Big Reza Red is a hooper. Marcellus Brungo, 6'7", 221 to get out of my way.
Thank you.
I mean, White Williams had a couple of games this season where he was just knocking down threes left and right. And like you say, Jay Lust with a J. It's with a J. It's with a J, Maestro. And that's not like a European J or nothing like that. It's J, like Jay Lust. The dude is a shooter. He leads the team in threes made. I don't know for how much longer with all the shooting they have on the team. And they have guys they're not even using it. Robert McGee and Towns Romanowski. These guys were big in their neighborhoods, and they can get it done down low. So I'm with everything you're saying here. Indy is a tough squad, but I will say, man, I like it when some kids go back home and they talk their cash. I always try and play the moderator, be like, hey, people need to chill out. But you know what, Bernard, shout out to you, man. You had a lot to say early in the season to Norvell Dijon Jones, and you went in his city, and I bet he's not talking tonight. So tonight, Bernard, hop in there. The press come. They want to talk to you. If they don't talk to you, I think you find your way to say what you need to say. Get it off your
Absolutely,
chest.
100%.
And Barkley,
100%.
And let me say this, Barkley, I think you should say even more because you out there doing your thing. Shout out to you guys, man.
Well done, boss.
Look. 3 in the key, man. Post up. Post up.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
H-Town Hoopers. Best Coast Ballers. Best Coast Ballers are looking tough lately. H-Town Hoopers, no coach, still look like they're struggling, but it looks like there may be some breakout talent there that we knew was there that may be unleashed in Vincent Magic and Tyrell Thompson, maybe if he makes a return, and we'll see here. But look, the game's coming up next. It's a big one. It's a big one, Maestro.
Yes,
what are your 3 keys that you're looking for each team? Take your time, man.
But okay, big it out real dirty. Okay, so I'm H-Town Hoopers, and I have not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 players in the top 70. That is rich people problems. And oh, by the way, some of the players that are not in the top 70, you can't tell me that they've not earned respect, right? Tyrell Thompson, Aaron Payne. Aaron Payne gets it done on a nice nightly basis. You brought up Vincent Magic already. Martin Janov, Keithan Carter. Those players, they got the green slashed by their name. They're getting it done. But then I look at Aaron Matthews, who manages to come in there and at 6'8" and 215 and says, you know what, it's time for me to get my lunch money in the game, right? Then you look at Rashid. I mean, there was just a lot of talent on H-Town, and I find myself going, how in the mercy can their record be what it is with this talent that's there? And hopefully, they'll find a way to put it together. So if you got that much talent, what do? You use it all night long. You make sure that your talent stays in the face of everybody else. You make sure that you get your man 6'11" Aaron Payne going strong, because guess what? The closest person on the other side to him is only 6'8", and I'm saying only 6'8". So you got that going for yourself. And then lastly, you need to spread the floor. You need to spread the floor to give your big man room on the inside, but also make the outside stuff count. Make them want to come out to you. Make them want to come out to your shooters, because that way, guess what? Big man has more room inside for offensive rebounds and putbacks. And oh, by the way, when that stuff starts happening, it's going to be nothing but good. So when I go to
let me make sure I recap for the listeners. Make sure that I got it. You say make sure that they go to their talent. You didn't identify who their talent was, but hey, go to their talent.
I thought I did. Wait, Keithan Carter, Martin. No, those 5 guys that are in the top 69, the top 70 of players. I thought I said their names. Forgive me.
All right.
I thought I did. I apologize.
All right. So you're saying let's go to them. You say get Aaron Payne more involved, and you say space the court, spread the floor.
Spread the floor.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Best Coast Ballers, which I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I'm an H-Town homer. Rick Blade was around. He might cut me for this. Man, Best Coast is tough. I like them. I like them a lot.
For real.
I think they just step on the court and it's an instant 6 points. Coach Aaron Murray got those guys going. But nevertheless, what do you see that they're going to need to do?
Okay. First of all, Best Coast needs to play their game. Understanding, and I want to get their record right, so I need you to fact check me on this. I think they're at 14-4, sitting in first place. At 14-4, there is a reason. There's a reason you have that record.
Number one in the league in points per game. I mean, they go.
And that's what I'm talking about. You play your game. Don't let H-Town pull you out of what works for you. Now, I cannot believe that Coach Aaron Murray will let that happen. So I'm going to give him major props to start with that. But when you have somebody like Lace Darius Outlaw, point guard, team captain, number 6 player in Simworld Hoops, you got somebody like that leading the team, you need to make sure that he's your on-court general, that he makes sure that everyone else stays in their lane, and that's going to make it very difficult for H-Town. So number 1, make sure that everything goes through Lace Darius Outlaw, so make sure that everybody else stays in their lane so they can play their game. The next thing I'm going to say is number 2, I'm going to talk about the guys that might get stuck down in the middle guarding the big man, okay? So I'm talking about the guys like Austin Javon or Evangelos Mullins or Drake Ryder. Okay, just because you don't have a green slash by your name because you have a top 100 ranking doesn't mean that you can't go in there and you cannot that you cannot make my man's life miserable. Muck it up in the bottom. Make sure they have to work around him. Take them out of their game. Take them out of their strengths and trust your speed. You're going to give up size, but you're not going to give up speed. That's the one thing that I would say across the table about what they bring to the table is Best Coast. They are fast when they need to be, and they are patient. That's what makes that speed seems even faster. So make sure.
In 3.
All right.
What you got for 3?
And the last one I'm going to say is this. For all of my guys like Scott Buckner Williams, for all of my guys like I'm going to give up one to my guy Akil Huber, to Hugo Fields, to Landon Colton. You need to support 100% what Lace Darius is leading on the floor. If you get that mid-range jumper, make it count, follow your shot in, make sure you help to muddy it up so all the rest of the players that are going to produce and give you numbers tonight have room to do it. That means the other team might have the talent because they got all the green slashes. You need to show them that we can swing too and make sure you pull them into your game. Now, I think they're going to do that anyway.
I tell you what, here's what I'm looking for. They're not two keys. It's the one thing I believe Lace Darius, Outlaw, LDO is going to go absolutely bonkers tonight. And I think Vincent Magic or Keithan Carter, one of these guys, are going to step up to the plate and they're going to put on a show tonight. It's Cali, baby. It's Cali.
Yeah.
Look,
yeah.
Hey, they're about to call a take. I see the ref got the whistle, man. Let's get out the lane. Let's get out the lane. Look here. Last time before we get out of here, quickly, because it's almost game time, man. And by the way, look, you like to do your impersonation of Rick? I'm gonna do my maestro impersonation. Oh, and by the way, Miami is in this game. With the Nuggets tonight. So I just want to keep y'all out there for y'all tuned in with us. We appreciate you. We know the finals are going on too. So, hey, we're not trying to split the market here. We're trying to take over the market. Anyhow, look, closing topic. What is your favorite state and why?
South Dakota, Bethany Johnson. And that's not what you're thinking. I got a chance to play a festival in South Dakota. Bethany Johnson was our stage manager, and she was also our crew chief driver. She took us out on a tour through all the South Dakota mountains, driving a tour bus along the side of a mountain that I swear to God, I don't know how we fit there. She made me fall in love with that state because I saw stuff I never would have seen before. So she made that my favorite state.
Simple enough. I think I may have a pretty simple answer too. I'm going Florida. Been there many times, spent an awful little time there. If anybody's ever seen the movie New Jack City, here's why I do. In New Jack City, G Money, in the very beginning of the movie, stands up in the Jeep, and when he's telling Nino Brown about what goes on with this new product, he says, yeah, they go crazy over this. And I'm not going to say the word. And the Lord, it starts with a B, it ends with riches. And that's all I'm going to say, man. Hey. The post up is out of here, man. You guys get ready for this primetime game. Our delight of the night, Best Coast Ballers hosting H-Town Hoopers. I win either way. It's going to be a good game, and I'm rooting for you, H-Town. Maestro, I appreciate you. You and E do your thing on the call. I'm looking forward to tuning in. And until next time, I ain't got nothing slick to say. Catch you guys next time. Peace.
Okay, SimWorld, let's have a nightcap. Our third game of our 3-game set features Best Coast Ballers hosting H-Town Hoopers. Best Coast, #1 ranked team in the entire Legend Conference, 14-4. H-Town Hoopers, though, hot on their tail at 12-7. Hoopers, though, have lost 2 in a row. Ballers, they've won 4 of their last 5 games. Have actually, if anything, really been on a roll ever since Mikey Williams had to lead the team. Place Darius Outlaw taking control. Well, you got Iwama and you got Maestro back behind the mic for one more time this season, folks, and we are underway in Santa Barbara.
Oh, let's get it. Let's get it, baby.
3 up on the way, and starting things off with a splash. H-Town, the Road Orange, looking good.
You know what? And this game is starting out just like the last one we did. Not.
Lene Newman tried to go to work inside. It had it stripped away. It still ends up in Best Coast hands, and it's the Best Coast bucket.
Great hustle on that play, not giving up on the play. Lost control of the ball, but you didn't lose ball control, and that's what you got to do.
Shot clock. Magic gets it over to Keithan Carter, and he nails it. 2 threes to start this game from the Hoopers, have them up 6-2.
A lot of talent across the board for H-Town. Again, we talked about it. They got 5 players in the top 70 in SimWorld Hoops, and oh, by the way, across the table, Best Coast only has 1 player, but that player happens to be in the top 10. Number 6 is Lace Darius Outlaw.
He's a good one. Missed that shot there, Lace Darius, but averaging 20.3 points per game. He's the 2nd highest scorer in all SimWorld. It's again Keithan Carter, but he's short on the 3 that time. Carter was 3 for 19 in his last game for the Hoopers, who, as I mentioned, have lost 2 in a row. Starting off better already out here in this one.
Well,
Mullins goes to work.
Shooter's gonna shoot.
And the shooting touch is cold from the Ballers at the moment.
Mullins had 4 inches on that guy. There was no reason for him to take a fade away. You got to know your leverage. You got to know your leverage. And
Keithan Carter has the green light tonight. He wears that number 3 jersey for a reason, folks.
Exactly.
Keithan Carter, he's made 35 coming into this game. He's already up above that now. Oh, nice rebound ripped away. Aaron Payne, that's what he does best, the big man, number 22 out there.
What did I say in the last game? Know where your man is before you make a move. I know they're young. It's going to be like that tonight. Okay.
Well, that was Vincent Magic. Vincent Magic out of Port Arthur, Texas, getting in on the action. Captain and point guard of this Hooper team.
One of the best circle plays on the planet at Port Arthur, Texas. One of the best circle Ks on the planet, man. They got great pizza and great hot dogs.
I know Port Arthur best is the home of Janis Joplin, but I'm going to take your word on that Circle K pick.
Yeah, that's okay, too.
At least Darius Outlaw gets a bucket there, but Hoopers open up a 10-point lead less than 3 minutes into this game. An impressive start for them, and they keep the good times rolling. Keithan Carter, he averages 12.8 points per game. He does lead the team. I think he's almost up on that now. Mullins trying to get a bucket back, and he can't.
Okay. Mullins. No more fadeaways.
Don't like that so much?
No. It doesn't work for you, big fella.
Well, the defense had it working right there. There's Lene Newman getting the block on Cam Jones.
I'm 6'6". E, how tall are you?
I go about 6 foot even.
Okay, so if I do a fadeaway on you, you could guard me all day. I need to use my leverage, man. I need to use my leverage. Come on.
Well, Lace Darius Outlaw using every trick he's got in his bag. Gets a 3 to go there. 13-7, we got a football score early enough.
Well, you can probably guard me all day anyway. So, but anyway.
Oh, I don't know about that. My footwork was never the best. Probably my top skill was being highly unorthodox. You never knew necessarily what I would do next. Or
I like that. I like that. I like that. Drunken monkey style, baby.
A little
Drunken
bit.
monkey
A
style.
little bit. Sometimes shockingly effective. Oftentimes not. Shot clock winding down here. 3 up on the way, and it rattles home.
Great ball movement.
Williams.
Great ball movement.
I love this guy Buckner Williams story. He barely played before Mikey Williams was taken off this team, and he's really emerged since. He's a great defensive player, and you just saw what he can do on offense right there too.
So, do you think it's about balance now that Mikey Williams is no longer on the team? And I hate to talk about him like that, but do you think the balance increased? What?
I think, look, the first game of our 3-game set tonight featured the Yacht Club, who got to 500 on the season, but a team with all the talent they have should be better. Ooh, there's some talent. That's Cam Jones going to work right there. But with Best Coast, I'm not saying that, it was addition by subtraction or that Mikey was a locker room problem or anything like that. I don't necessarily believe that. In fact, he was great on the court, but sometimes getting the pieces to fit all together. I mean, that's why coaches make the big bucks, right?
Exactly.
You got to figure out what's going to work, and sometimes by necessity you have to make changes. And I think that was the situation when Best Coast, and they've been better for it.
And that's why I asked if it was about balance. If you got one guy taking up all the space and taking up all the room, and nobody else has a chance to grow, move, or participate, you're basically weakening your team.
Ethan Carter, 25th ranked overall player in SimWorld, the 6'4" wing, 17 years old. He has been the story so far in this one. In H-Town, all over ballers early on. 2:01 to go in the first quarter. We're going to take a break with the timeout on the court, but don't go anywhere. Messages, and we're going to be right back. Point advantage for the Hoopers. Aaron Payne is their big man in the middle. He's averaging 10.6 rebounds per game, but only 8.5 points. And you saw a little bit of hesitation there when he had the ball in position to attack before, Maestro.
Absolutely. In the paint by himself. Basically, he had his man on his hip. He didn't see it through. I was very surprised. I was like, okay, just go straight up. There's nobody between you and the goal. But he never turned to see where the goal was. I think he lost his place on the floor.
That was a strange possession there by Austin Ajervon. I don't know what exactly he was thinking. That's a second-year SimWorld player, too. Senior, upperclassman. Should have more leadership in him than that. Not a great shot, but no damage done. Ethan Carter unable to get a shot to drop.
That's not going to stop him. After his last shooting, let's say, shooting rendition game that hurt. He probably forgot about it already. What was he? He was like 3 for 175. Shooters gonna shoot, baby. That's what they're gonna do.
Long range shot by Mullins won't go down, and Best Coast having a hard time containing Houston on the defensive end, and the offense just looks disjointed. Once again, there's Payne. There he attacks, but he can't get it to go.
Okay. You don't have to slap me when I say this. When you get the ball in the paint and you're a big man, know where you are and go to the rim. He was wide open. Listen, at this level, if you have the ball and you're open for 2 seconds, that's forever. Because when you go to the next level, that 2 seconds is gonna turn to a second or a little less than a second. When you get to the league, it's basically a quarter of a second. It's over. you gotta know what you're doing. You got to understand that, and it starts here. The development starts right here.
Carter couldn't get that shot to go, but he led the way for the Hoopers, who had a fantastic opening stanza here in Santa Barbara. They lead by double digits. We're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. Second quarter action when we return.
H-Town shit. Know what I'm saying?
Big opening quarter for H-Town. Should mention, too, they're under new management. This is only the second game in charge of the team. UB Brown has taken over. He's a Houston native. Looking to get his first win. Lost his opening game, debut game with this squad, but off to a good start here tonight. Best Coast, coached by Aaron Murray, his second year with the team. He's got 25 wins in his career. He's up there with Brad Lee for that record. Some world all-time win coaching.
You know what? It doesn't matter if it's season 1, season 0, season 600. Great pass, great move, way to get your team into the game, Aaron Matthews. What matters is if you got a number 1 by your name, no matter what it is and when it is, that's a good thing, man. That's a good thing.
Oh, Austin Ajavon almost got that. Instead, pretty bucket. H-Town up by 9. Ballers bring it up, and Base Darius Outlaw, their captain and superstar, has it. Oh, nice dish into Ajavon. He's found him a couple times now, and that time Jenna picks off a foul as well. There's a chance for a momentum shift.
Yep, absolutely. Just the play they needed to capitalize on. We've said it all the time. The other team is going to have more marked talent on the court. You need to do what? Get your other guys into the game in order to take up some space. It's what Best Coast's going to have to do all night. Otherwise, it can get out of it. You know, it can get laid awfully early. I just say it that way.
Ajavon gets the free throw to go. Cuts the lead down to 6. Jenna brings the ball forward. He's the point guard for this team. Transferred in from Russia. He played in the SimWorld ranks last year as well. Internationally for SimWorld Global, and now on this level he drives and lays it in.
What a first step that was. I hope our people understand the importance of a first step. We saw it in the last game with Trey Turner. You're seeing it here. If you have a first step with intention and violence, if you have speed, no one's going to stop you. And in this league, when you get that first step, if help side doesn't come, the rim is yours all day. It's just like Goodwill on Christmas Eve.
Law takes it with the shot clock winding down. Ooh, that was the shot was way off. Oh, and on this end, Payne gets it way down low and has it rejected. That was Ashburn. He's giving up some size to Payne, too. But climbed the ladder by Swag.
What did I say? What did I say? I'm sorry, Eli. I'm sorry. You're a big man. Know where you are in the paint, baby. Don't be pretty. Choose violence. You can choose violence. Go to the rim. Make some noise. Pass some gas.
Akil Huber, 6'4", big enough getting to the rim. Well, hey, we got a timeout on the court, but don't go anywhere. We're going to stick with this. I want to remind everybody, you can get yourself in the game. UB Brown just did. He is the new coach of the H-Town squad you're watching tonight. But hey, the North has a vacancy. You can be a coach, you can be a player in this game. Join the many who have already become part of the SimWorld community. Find us on Discord, fill out an application. What do you do? What would you do, Maestro? What might you see and be?
You might see the game and be the game.
That's it. I knew it. It was on the tip of my tongue right there the whole time. 6-point advantage.
Math hard.
This would be a big win for H-Town if they can come out of here with a victory.
100%. And they're playing like it. By the way, I'm seeing continuity. I love what their coaches bringing to the table. I'm just going to say it, UB Brown, he has got this team rolling on balance, on point, utilizing what they have, just everything that we talked about earlier, E, and it's just great to see. And, oh, by the way, it's going to make it very difficult for Best Coast because if H-Town just maintains this, it's just I don't see them coming back.
That was some really nice work put in there by Garrett Ari, 6'7", 16 years old from Nederland, Texas. He doesn't play a whole lot. He's kind of the future, averaging under 2 points and 2 rebounds a game. But as you can see, he's got some skill right there. Tries to play defense on Lace Darius Outlaw, and Ari did well right there on that as well.
H-Town is so balanced. It's really good to see this. I don't know if I saw them this way earlier this year. Maybe it's coaching, maybe it's scheme, maybe it's both. Maybe it's allowing some freedoms that weren't there before. But it's to see them this balanced. This is a different team than what I remember seeing, just 5 games ago.
Austin Ajavon coming off the bench. He has been a big player for Aaron Murray's Ballers tonight.
See what happens when you choose balance as a big man? Good stuff.
Well, Ashevon a little bit undersized, too. 6'7", 220-pounder who kind of plays a power forward center kind of role.
A little bitty thing. Not 6'10", not 6'10", a little bitty thing, but that's all right.
In this league, even tonight, going up against 6'11" Aaron Payne, 6'8" Aaron Matthews giving up some size, but getting it done there. H-Town is Tyrell Thompson, 6'8", 240-pounder. Yeah, Houston brings some size, and that causes some problems.
I'm going to say something that's going to make our producer angry.
Let me give a little credit to Sky Buckner-Williams before you do that. Another play for Buckner-Williams, but go ahead, take it, Maestro.
Tyrell Thompson's game, he kind of reminds me of Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah, I don't think anybody needs to be upset over that.
I mean, here he is, a young man, but he's playing with that old man game mentality.
He's got that. He's got that gray spot in his hair already.
I love it. Rasheed, yeah, really. Rasheed's the only man I know who can look like he never took a shower in his life, but still smells so good when he got on the bus.
3-point margin, H-Town. Still ahead, but a little run here from West Coast has closed this advantage somewhat. I talked about winning this game, but where you can follow it, where you can see all the action, where you can find the archive games, you can find games from last year, highlights, all kinds of stuff. YouTube. Go to our SimWorld YouTube. It's SimWorld 4K. Please like our channel. Subscribe to it. That'd be even better. Share it. Tell people it's great. Get some flyers. Hang them up around your neighborhood.
Swipe right, baby.
Swipe right for sure. Swipe right indeed. Well, it looked like Houston was maybe just going to take out and, come out and maybe just like really throttle a team tonight the way they started. Things have certainly calmed down. West Coast has taken that punch, hung in there, and they're right in this with a little bit more than 3 minutes to go in the first half. But I'm with you. I'm impressed with how the offense for the Hoopers has looked tonight, especially compared to some of what I've seen before. Maybe that's a little bit of credit to the new coach, Coach Brown.
Absolutely. And oh, by the way, what has gotten best? Wow, that's some curly stuff right there from the Harlem Globetrotters. That was a great move. I'm old. I can't keep saying
Curly
that.
Neal. Curly
yeah.
Neal. Yep. Yeah, with his bald head. I remember.
Now, okay, we've had a great A and B period. What has gotten Best Coast back into the game? Great passing, great ball movement, and great off-ball movement on the weak side. When they get away from that, they take one shot that's not smart, and just the rest of it's just ugly.
Outside of some good play by Ajavon, inside offense has been hard to come by for the Ballers. Aaron Payne and company making life difficult down there. Well, there's Ajavon, but yeah, he has to catch that ball so far away from the hoop.
Yeah, not a good pass at all.
Landon Quilton, he can hit from out there. 17 made threes on the season, but a little bit too much on that one.
You can't rush that shot, though. Even though that's his shot, you still can't rush it.
Oh, Payne. That's Carter underneath, and yeah, he just turns and scores over Hugo Fields.
Oh, smart. What did he do? He realized where the big man was, waited, and made the big man panic, and then what did he do? Went to where the big man wasn't. Smart.
All coming on Thompson, and it's going to send Mullins to the line. Evangelos Mullins, 6'7", 235-pounder out of Antioch, California. Definitely spends a little bit of time in the weight room. Rock solid young kid, capable of some rim-shaking dunks. He's one of these highlights waiting to happen. Averaging 9.3 points per game this season.
So you all bucked up and all puffed up and, kind of looking like, Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Your choice as a basketball player, do you think it's bulk over flexibility or flexibility over bulk? What do you think it is?
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I would say, actually, that in this game, particularly thinking about the rigors of this game and thinking about the long view with this game, flexibility because of injury as much as
100%.
anything else.
100%.
Injury management and maintenance. Yeah, that's
100%.
You got to have that. Yep.
I was really blessed. I played with a core of guys from 5th grade to 11th grade. The same group stayed together the entire time. Not a single injury, not a pulled anything, not a torn anything. Our coach would always make us use light weights, but he brought in the ballet instructor and a yoga instructor, and we did more of that than we did weights. And I'm telling you, all that time, that's a lot of basketball, a lot of games, in season, off season, in the summer, in winter. Nope, not a single injury from anybody.
Turnover muscle mass. It's just a theory, just one that I happen to subscribe to. Ball out of bounds, going back over to Best Coast. They got a chance to chop this lead down to 1, maybe even tie it, as we're now under a minute to go to halftime. Oh, Mullins couldn't get that to go. Outlaw on the bench for some of this good spell, but Best Coast has been on as well, so reasons to be encouraged if you're a Ballers fan.
100%. A fresh Outlaw coming back in with the team on a run. I'll take that any day.
Magic can't get it to go. Houston began this game red hot. They've certainly cooled off since then. Ballers can hold for 1 right here. Ooh, tried the tricky pass He's going to feed Newman inside. Couldn't do it. Final seconds. Magic with the 3. Had a good look at it. Couldn't get it to go.
There's 2 men in between you and the ball, and your men. That's not a good pass.
Tight game, one possession game as we go to halftime. The West Coast Ballers have trailed all the way, but they are right in it with the Hoopers in a battle of legend conference titans. And so far, Hoopers on top, but you can't feel very good about it if you're a Hoopers fan right now, I don't think, Maestro.
Absolutely not. Trending in the wrong direction here. You had the game. I won't say you had the game in hand, but you had a good hand on the game, if you know what I'm trying to say. All of a sudden they got out of their game. All of a sudden the talent stepped back a little bit too much. Ill-advised shots, and I hate, and I know, I get it. I know I can hear Big Bob now. They're young, but ill-advised shots, rushing shots, not taking your time. Oh, by the way, what did that do? That allowed West Coast in order to get their game back in, passing and moving away from the ball.
Well, there you can see it. Pretty even on the scoreboard, pretty even stat-wise. Keith Carter, 14 big points, but Ballers are right there. Come back, second half action when we return.
Car's all yours.
Thanks. Cars.com's expert reviews made it easy, but...
Shouldn't there be more back and forth?
You missed the drama, right?
Yeah.
Maybe this will do the trick.
It's a puppy.
Not a puppy, a wolf.
What now?
He's a wolf. And that is its incredibly protective mother.
Put the wolf down.
You guys good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yep.
Okay.
West Coast comes out with the ball. They trail by 3, but like the momentum is a little bit with them. Lace Darius Outlaw back on the court, and he's got it, going to work. And right to the rack, can't get it, but gets his own rebound. Oh, Mullins is going to try 3. Oh, couldn't hit it. Mullins,
you got to reward a pass like that. That was perfect. You read weak side, you toss it right there. You got to reward that pass.
Rebound inside to Cam Jones. Give me the shot, but impressive toughness to give H-Town another chance. And look who it is, Keithan Carter. He's having a night. 17 points now for Keithan.
He ain't drank no Kool-Aid yet because he ain't not cooled down at all.
He's got almost half the H-Town total. At least Darius has 9, make it 11.
A little confusion there on the defense, no help side, and open layup line.
Mullins in pretty good position there, but I think they're saying foul with the body on Terrell Thompson, who will go to the line. Thompson averaging 12.4 points per game, shooting 60% from the field, and he's risen to be number 69 overall in the SimWorld rankings. Still kind of feels like the 6'8 forwards, a little bit under the radar, however.
100%. His footwork, Still needs a little work. I can kind of see where they would say that. But what I do like about his game, I like his balance, what I've seen so far. He's managed to show me that even as, I'm going to say, an awkward-sized big man, that he has really, really good balance. And he kind of makes that baseball jersey-looking thing look kind of cool.
It does have that a little bit. A little bit of Astros back in the Astrodome, Nolan Ryan days kind of feel to it. Yeah, indeed.
The Astrodome was the second dome I played ball in. I actually played football, basketball, baseball, and a soccer match in the Superdome. And I played a basketball, football, and baseball game in the Astrodome too.
In the Astrodome. Both historic venues. Mullins, he missed that three a minute ago, going to try his luck inside. He's having a tough night. Austin Agervon's actually been more productive inside for West Coast at this point.
The Astrodome had those mirrors on the ceiling because they thought they could grow grass inside, and they never took the mirrors off. So I remember the first pop-up that I got in the Astrodome, I looked up and I felt like I was a spider. Because all I could see was a whole bunch of me looking back. It was weird, man. It was weird.
Oh! Well, there you see Evangelos Mullins having a nice moment. Hearing it from the crowd.
And he did that smart. He went for the shot. Right? Expecting contact, but not looking for contact. So that way he stayed focused all the way through the shot. A lot of people a lot of people look for contact, and it makes them miss the shot. He played it exactly perfect. He knew he was going to get contact, but either way, he was going to make the shot no matter what. And that's why he get paid off with the old-fashioned three.
Free throw cuts the lead back to 3 points. Vincent Magic. Gets it in Cam Jones's hands. Keithan Carter, leading scorer in this one. He has been the spark plug for Houston all game.
This is not Houston's game.
No, well, this is going to end in a long three.
Yeah, that's not their game at all. I'm really surprised to see them go, dead ball, period, right there. Almost like they were doing a four corners play halfway through the game. That's not their game at all. Too much talent to kind of take their eye off the ball like that. I don't know if they got
hinted at getting the ball outside of the perimeter. And look at that. That's a nice cut from Outlaw.
That's that step. And it's amazing that he can do that with such, and I'm going to say this with respect, a slow first step, right? Which means that he has a pre-step move, break three again. There go that man again.
Ethan Carter, 20.
Hitting the three. But that means he's making that little shimmy move right before he takes his step, because his first step isn't that fast. Okay.
Mullins pulled that back from, basically his waist.
Yes, he did. I think he tore his spleen in the process.
Full moon dunk. Well, he does cut the lead down to 2. West Coast has never led in this game. The game's never been tied. Nope. And got a chance to on this possession. They can tie or take the lead even. Interesting matchup now for Outlaw, but he gives it up to Mullins. Get that one to go. Good defense from Thompson on that play.
It really was. But now that's West Coast game. Off the ball movement, weak side principle, and moving the ball around. That play, that was a great shot for them. That was not a great shot for them. No. That, again, look, night and day, baby.
Pharrell Thompson makes him pay on the other end with a 3. Thompson can hit from out there. That's his 4th made three-pointer of the season. Don't be fooled by that 6'8", 240-pound frame.
5-point swing. You should have had 2 on that play if you played smarter.
Oh! Swatted as only Aaron Payne can do.
Pest control in the house. I'm just going to throw something out there. I don't mean to be rude. But when number 3 gets the ball, maybe somebody want to get a body on him, just a little bit, just a little bit.
Ooh, shot there from Outlaw, wouldn't quite go. Quickly up the other way, H-Town in transition, but bucket wouldn't quite land.
Angle's not just
flying up and down this court now.
The angle of that shot was a little off, but it didn't look like his legs were in the shot, and that's why you got that little double bounce rim thing happening. The shot was more in a line than in an arc.
Defense starting to come to the fore here in the third quarter.
Oh, great pass inside. Oh, you
Great
lost
collection.
your window.
Oh.
You lost your window. There you go. Way to stay with it. Way to
Persistence.
stay with it. Yep, got to give him credit for that because he lost his window twice, but he stayed with it. There you go. That's how you play ball, man.
Mullins able to hang in the air nicely to get a good clean look at that, but then he couldn't score. Look here for H-Town, they could be threatening to lead by double digits after West Coast was a ball in hand with just a 2-point deficit on the score. Oh, Thompson from 3 again this time. A little bit of a heat check maybe, you couldn't dial that one.
Yeah. West Coast needs to settle down, get back into their game. I don't know what this is.
Vincent Magic is making life very tough on Outlaw. Good effort there from Mullins to collect the rebound and put it back up in.
I think Outlaw is forcing a little bit.
I think Vincent Magic is making him a little bit to a degree too. He's really been applying the defense out there. The 6'3" guard out of Port Arthur. Looking at Houston and Texas Tech as possible college destinations. Timeout on the court. Well, I want to remind everybody that if you are watching this game, there is absolutely no reason you should not be part of the SimWorld community. It's a good bunch of folks, and it's all can be found at discord.gg/SimWorldNBA. Great group of people, a lot of controversy, a lot of communication, a lot of chatter. What else goes on there? That's where you get the links to all the different shows and the podcasts and the games like this one happening on SimWorld TV. Links to the standings, the stats, the scores. I'm sure I'm forgetting things because there's just too much. The point is, go to discord.gg/SimWorldNBA and become part of SimWorld, where you can be the game and be the see? Oh man. See the game and be the game.
I got
After
you,
3 games, 3 games, all that travel, I get a little leeway.
All that champagne, all that chocolate.
Hey, there you go too. I can say a few other things, but I won't. This is a family show.
There you go. Hockey line change there for H-Town there. They got four fresh boots in, so.
Janov's back out there, and he's got the ball, the Russian.
I like his game. I like a speed, smart game, man.
He takes that jumper right there. Can't get it. He's only shooting 40% from the field as he transitions to living and playing here in the U.S.
The pizza's better. The hot dogs are better.
Ooh, that was nice right there. Zeal Wright Johnson out of Long Beach. West Coast definitely not going away.
Absolutely not.
Oh, and look at that. An opportunity for him here. Unforced error to step out of bounds with the ball. Shot to Johnson. 16-year-old out of Houston. Quiet night from him tonight.
Have to know where you are.
Be a ISO here for Ace Darius. Have to go.
He's forcing it, man. You said earlier, he's brushing his shot. You know what? Yes, some of that might have been Vincent Magic, but I think it's all in his head at this particular point. He's done some very uncharacteristic things that I think at least I've noticed tonight.
There's a turnover. He's kind of tripped over his feet or a teammate's feet.
That is not him at all. That is not him at all.
Janoff has it. He's going to walk this clock down. Last shot here, the Hoopers. Ooh, pretty move from Rashad Johnson. He's only averaging a little less than 2 points a game, but the 6'6" wingman, pretty good there. The heave at the buzzer won't go. West Coast trailed all the way in this one, but they refused to go away too. It's just a 5-point margin, and we have one more quarter of basketball left in the docket tonight. Final quarter just underway here. Best Coast looking for a late rally. Deserve their place on top of the Legend Conference. And H-Town looking to stop a 2-game losing skid, get a first win for new coach UB Brown. They can't get the bucket to go there, and Bay-Stairs brings it up. 3 on the way, won't go.
Gotta pay off that pass. Gotta pay off. I mean, he's making great passes. His teammates aren't paying him off. He should have at least 12 assists by now. Just so many great passes. His game isn't falling the way it should. He's getting his teammates into it, but nobody's helping him.
Mid-range from Magic. He's averaging 8.5 points here with 2.8 assists per game.
So he's not here to say that. I'm going to say him for. So, Reed, what do you think? Who's the first going to be the first of 69? Who's going to be the first of 69? It's the magic number. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, right?
It's like I'm not even working the game with Maestro anymore. I think I know. Ooh, Vincent Magic.
Oh.
Well, he's been making a name for himself on the defensive end tonight, containing Outlaw and breaking loose on the offensive end on occasion too. Here he once again tries to square up with LDO. This time LDO gets the better of him.
Yes, he did. He actually got Vincent off balance that time, and he took advantage with that first step. Again, not the fastest first step, but the smart first step, and that's what gets him open every time.
Clean open 3 for Genov, and he nails it. That extends the lead to 8. H-Town opened up a 12-2 lead early on in this one, and they've never really looked back from there. Have never lost it. The game has certainly never been much further than what it is right now because of plays like that from Lace Darius Outlaw. West Coast sticking around.
Absolutely. They got the talent to do it. They're making it happen across the table. But they're gonna need some stops. And that's not one of them.
Well, Vincent Magic, didn't do a ton of scoring the first 3 quarters of this game, but that has changed opening minutes of the fourth quarter.
It wasn't his job.
He is known for having offensive outbursts in crunch time Magic. He had 14 in the fourth quarter of their last game, although they lost.
That is how you make it count. He came out, he played defense, he gave his team every opportunity to do what they need to do. Now that they're coming down toward the end, what is he doing? Found himself just like that.
Oh! Second effort from Magic. The captain showing up big when the minutes matter most. We're under 5 minutes to play, and it is a 10-point lead for H-Town.
I don't care what your height is. You're not stopping that. That's all heart right there. He was going to get those points and get fouled.
Ooh. Nice bounce, shooter's bounce for Landon Quilton. We have only 2 16-year-olds on this Best Coast Ballers squad.
Leadership-laden team.
Upperclassman-laden team looking to win this year. Both of these teams are really. Only 4 16-year-olds on the Houston roster. Once again for Best Coast, cutting to the lead. Ooh, nice pass from Quilton, but snagged out of the air by who else? The Magic Man.
It was a nice pass, but it should have been to the back shoulder, not to the front shoulder. Smart play. I like where his head's at, though. I'm not going to take away anything from the pass. I love the idea. You see your man there, but you need to put it to the rim side.
Oh. It's the magic hour.
Yes, it is. Getting it done left and right.
Just a more successful version than the original.
There you go.
Although nobody's going to get the reference to that old TV show but me and you, Maestro.
Yeah, well, of course, Look, unlike you, I was around before there was TV. Like I still remember, I still remember people complaining about little people inside a box inside the house. That thing called radio. That's voodoo.
Yeah. Well, 8 points. We're approaching 3 minutes to go. It is certainly a doable task for Best Coast. They've never been tied or ahead in this ball game to come back. They can use a bucket on this possession. Quilton trying to get around Genob. Nothing doing there. Like he didn't turn it over. Oh.
Okay. If you don't have the ball, you can still move, guys. This is not. I promise you, this is not cricket. If you don't have the ball, you can still move.
Nice move by Genov there. He restores the double-digit lead. Final timeout here. Not final timeout, but, next to last timeout called by Best Coast. They still have 1 remaining. 2:37 to go in the 4th quarter. We're going to take a quick break. Voted for Kanye. All right, we're back. 10-point advantage for H-Town. 2:37 to go. I think there's plenty of time here. Best Coast can get back in this game, but they need
100%.
to get some things going here and do it quickly.
100%. They definitely have what it takes. Okay, with this time left, you got to play smart. Move the ball quick, get back into what got you back into the game. Don't move away if you don't have the ball. Keep moving for your teammates. Give them an opportunity. Don't stand in one spot.
Yeah. Oh, nice rebound. Outlaw gets it back.
There's that great passing again.
Williams out there. He has hit a few threes tonight, but that's the main man with the ball right now. Outlaw takes mid-range. Can't get it to go, but well, plenty of attempts on this possession. Nothing doing, however.
Okay.
Heartbreaker there for Best Coast.
Okay. Are the legs gone already? You haven't even gotten to 69 yet.
I don't know if either team's going to get to that magic mark tonight.
Kind of disappointing. You're not going to see a team get to 69, but you can still hope. There's hope.
Ball in Vincent Magic's hand. We're coming up on 90 seconds to play in this one. H-Town, the verge of going wire to wire and knocking off the #1 team in their conference.
Great
on the
call.
road. Ethan
Great
Carter.
ball.
Ethan Carter couldn't hit that shot, but time running out. A nice dish. I think Mullen should have just attacked right there instead. An off-balance three won't go down.
2 passes too many. You're right. He had it in the paint. Take that easy too. Get it back. Get your press on.
Not fouling here.
It's not there tonight.
It looks like Coach Murray and the Ballers may be bowing to the reality of their situation. Ethan Carter couldn't get that to go, but boy, has he had a big night tonight. 24 points for Carter. I think it's probably a two-man fight for player of the game. Who do you have, Maestro?
Benson Magic gives my vote. His willingness to play hard defense earlier to neutralize Darius, and then to come in late and to give his team the spark that he did to expand the lead again. I love a guy that's willing to do stuff that's not on the stat book, but willing to still make his, leave an imprint on the game. And that's what he did tonight for me.
I respect the call, and more than that, I love it because it allows me to split our votes between the two players who deserved it most. I cannot deny Vincent Magic wasn't huge on both ends of the court, but Keith and Carter, big night for him. Big night for the Hoopers. They are improving to 13-7. For the Ballers, they fall to 14-5. Thank you, everybody out there who watched and was with us tonight. We appreciate you, and we know you're going to be back tomorrow, right? We kick it all off again at 7 o'clock p.m. You're going to see Dominic Bianco and the Yacht Club in action once again against Coach Myron Murray's Run DMV. That's 7 o'clock East Coast. Folks, thank you for being with us. For Elava, my partner in broadcasting crime, Maestro, and Roniel, and everybody at SimWorld, thank you for being with us. Remember, this is the place where you can see the game and be the game.
Be the game.